Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the Dorks in Danger, the tabletop group my friends and I play something like Dungeons and Dragons. Last time we were together, you guys spent a couple days doing some downtimey activities. Synas was helping with some wood cutting. A couple of you were relaxing. Some of you were hiding in an inn to avoid certain individuals. You conferred with Jadet a little bit about the idea of hunting a dragon down. Specifically, one very obnoxious young green dragon that had slighted you guys before. After talking with him briefly about a few things, he felt it might be best to request your aid in hunting the much larger dragon, but that the green dragon would be a good starting point, somewhat of a test for you guys. So he agreed to come along. Practically the next day, you guys departed town, heading for Cragmaw Castle once again. It didn't take you too long to head through the snow-covered wilderness area surrounding the village of Fandalen, trekking your way through the woods once more to find the large, very destroyed castle. Making your way inside, you announced your presence and began to set your plan in motion to get close to Venomfang. You had Rinn talk to him, schmooze him up a little bit, play to his ego. Managed to trade a necklace that Reyka had for the map to... trade. For the map to the Wave Echo Cave system. Not long after that, you all immediately lashed out at him after he provided you a terrible deal and some potentially fake information, and summarily chopped him down within but 2 turns.
Oh shit, that's how good it was, huh?
It was less than 12 seconds, technically.
He had one action.
He had one action. He didn't even get to use his dragon breath on you. Because he was...
It felt way longer than that because it was like an hour and a half of our lives.
That's how D&D combat works. Afterwards, you guys set upon the body a bit like a pack of animals, tearing into it and pulling scales and teeth out of it, and it was wonderful and very cathartic. And then you guys decided you would sit down and relax for the evening here. Rinn wanted to party a little bit with her singular bottle of wine. And that's where we sort of find you guys here. So this evening begins drawing to a close.
Non-diegetic music.
Your non-diegetic music. All right, we'll get non-diegetic music for you.
What is diegetic music? What is going on?
Diegetic music is when you can detect the music within a scene, like coming from a boombox. Non-diegetic is like just background music to a scene. It doesn't come from anywhere specific.
Wow.
Thank you, Deriaz.
Today I learned.
Today you learned the difference between diegetic and non-diegetic. Congratulations.
So we get for playing games.
I internalized that because I wrote a paper about that. About Resident Evil. It was so much fun.
So, you're partying. Or Rinn is partying, at least. What are you all doing as you settle in to this evening?
Reyka's
What are we eating?
counting Up the
We could be
spoils.
eating. That's not what he said, but
What are you saying, Reyka?
Oh, this is Reyka's just sitting there counting the spoils, her share of them.
are we
I
gonna
think,
have...
like... Sorry.
Sorry. We could
Sorry.
be eating...
Stop being so nice to each
We
other.
could be eating dragon meat. Could give it a shot.
Wait, do you have a shot?
Yo, we definitely should.
But that's safe.
That's a toxic dragon.
Yeah, that's what I
You
remember.
only live once, okay?
I remember taking damage.
I mean, to be fair, Jadet did explain that the blood was, like, not good to just drink.
If you're
Yeah.
desperate for it, I could try and purify it, possibly.
For fish.
Okay. If you can do that, it's a solid maybe that I'll actually try it.
I mean, it depends on if it's magical or not.
That's a good question. Is the corpse of a dragon still magical?
Or is the poison that, is in it is that magical.
Right.
Salt your cards.
I guess you could certainly try. You'll just have to find out.
I mean, if somebody actually wants dragon meat, if they cut off some meat, I can try and purify it. It'll take me a bit, but I could try.
Is there any other food around the castle? I assume not.
We have plenty of rations. This is
Yeah.
this is purely a curiosity venture.
Okay.
Jadet's here, right?
Yeah, he's just kind of sitting off to the side.
Not
really doing much.
Thava kind of looks to Jadet while she's sitting by the campfire, kind of like, cleaning and polishing her blade, and goes, "Have you tried the dragon meat before?"
Yeah, but you really shouldn't eat most dragons. It's really tough meat, honestly.
Oh, this one's young, right?
Yeah,
It's probably not as tough as it could be.
you're welcome to give it a shot, I suppose.
Hey, you heard it from him. It's not dangerous. Let's do this.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like yeah, we could do it, dude. He said he's had it before.
Not what he said, but
He said he's had it before, though.
So do you go after and hawk off a hunk of part of this fairly lithe dragon?
Live? It's fairly live?
Lithe. As in, he's
Wow.
a skinny bastard.
Got you. Okay.
I just didn't want to make my main adjective in describing the corpse of a dragon. This skinny bastard of a dragon. I just need to know who's doing it.
Oh, it's a. Well, I guess I could do the cutting if need be, but
I mean, Thava doesn't mind doing it either, frankly.
Yeah.
She's kind of intrigued. She's kind of interested.
all right, I'll let you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and no, you know what? Actually, I won't even make you roll. You cut off a big chunk of like its thigh meat, somewhere that's just got clearly plenty of muscle, and the blood that comes out of it during the cuts, very green, very obviously green. But you end up with pretty massive chunk of meat.
All right. She'll bring it back over to the campfire, and she'll just kind of like plop
Hold
it
on.
in Synas.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't just throw it in the fire. Hold on.
No. She's gonna plop it. She's gonna plop it in Synas's lap, basically. Just drop it.
You know, I was actually gonna say put it on the star map, but maybe this is for the best so it doesn't stain. I'm gonna go ahead and ritual cast purify food and drink.
Okay.
Would I need to cook it first, do you think? Or can I do that
I mean,
now?
you can purify raw things, I think, personally.
All non-magical food and drink within 5 foot is purified and rendered free of poison and disease.
Yeah.
So does that happens without a hitch? As far as I could tell?
As far as you can tell,
For
seems like the
itch.
spell works.
I'd love to then do another ritual cast
Okay.
of detect poison and disease. I need to be absolutely sure.
This guy came prepared.
Make sure you visually check for parasites too. We don't know where this dragon has been.
Oh my god.
So the rest of your party watches as Synas spends quite a bit of time staring at this meat, sort of focused on it. And after your second ritual casting, you can still very much detect poison in this meat.
You know.
Thava's just gonna interrupt at some point while you're doing all this, and she's just gonna be like, Are you going to cook it, or are you just going to keep staring at it?
Are you looking to party tonight, or are you looking to retch? There's nothing I can do with this. I was making sure perhaps I was able to purify it so we could actually survive it, but No, this is useless. There's nothing I can do with this.
Thava's gonna look a little frustrated, and she's gonna kind of like reach out and take a very small piece, like a very small piece,
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
What?
and she's just gonna kind of like taste it. She just doesn't even matter if it's raw or not. She's just gonna
Sure.
taste it.
Yeah. I mean, tastes like meat. You've tasted raw meat plenty before. Your tongue immediately begins to tingle and goes numb on contact with the blood.
Is it good?
I don't know, Dre. What is it? Is the flavor okay aside from the fact that now my tongue is numb?
It's like as if you just took like a mouthful of wasabi and horseradish. Super duper bitter.
Thava, before you answer, actually, I want to rephrase the question. Do you feel like you've made good choices?
I'll be fine. It's fine. It's not that bad. Trust me. Not that bad.
Wow. Okay.
She says it. She kind of like doesn't swallow it.
Do I need to put a lesser restoration on Thava?
Well, Thava, you don't swallow any of it?
You know, maybe you know what? I feel like she might. If she put it in her mouth a little bit, I think she'd probably still try swallowing it.
Okay.
Actually, you know, to be fair, I think she would.
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
I love this in character.
That's a 7.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
You take 4 points of poison damage and are poisoned for the next hour.
Oh no.
You guys watch as you see Thava swallow and wince and like, yeah, it's fine. And then just like the color in her like throat shifts and she just looks very suddenly quite not well.
Okay, maybe that was a mistake.
Do you need a minute, or would you like me to make it better?
I'll be fine.
You
Seriously,
sh-
I'll be fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think so.
Synas will turn to the rest of the group and say, to everyone other than Thava, I think this is a bad idea. Unless you want to follow.
Bud, in
No,
the
I'm,
meanwhile, has been distracted, like, kind of playing around with Bolt, giving him some like treats after the fight and playing fetch with him, and like he kind of like, hears what's going on. He's like,
Wait, what happened? What's wrong with Thava?
You guys hear Jadet over against the wall just chuckling softly.
Let's just say, Bud, that you will get to experience dragon meat another day. Maybe not tonight.
Wait, what? No.
Yes.
They didn't.
Yes.
Thava is just like laying on the
Ew.
floor and just kind of like rolls over to put her back to the rest of the group.
What in the world? We got Rinn touching the idol, and now Thava's eating poison dragon meat. Oh my goodness.
Sometimes you just gotta learn by making a mistake or two.
Yeah, you're right. That's happened to me before, I get it, but gee whiz.
You know what? With Thava just laying there, Synas is just gonna give her a little pat on the back, and I'm just gonna cast Lesser Restoration. I don't care. I don't want to wait an hour and find out this is actually like, oh, now you have a disease. Great.
Thava, you feel immediately much better, but you do throw up.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, God.
The Dragon Slayer off to the side pipes in with a, "You never asked me which dragons I've eaten meat from. It's kind of general knowledge not to eat things that are poisonous."
You just decided to withhold that information while we're standing in front of the green dragon.
I figured you had enough sense about you to use a little bit of conjecture, but if that's not the case... Well, learning by experience is the best way.
Sometimes spelling things out is the best thing to do, even if you don't feel like you need to.
Yeah, where I'm from, you either do that or you get eaten by dragons. You either learn by doing and making harmless mistakes, or you get killed when you make the big mistakes. Better to make a bunch of little ones in a safe environment.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, Thava is fucking quiet right now. She's just kind of like,
Upset.
yeah.
Note to self.
But Bud
Janet
like goes
teaches
over to
through-
Thava and like pats her on the back and says,
Thava, I know it was real exciting to kill dragons today, but you gotta hold yourself back sometimes.
She just kind of like grumbles and just kind of like turns her head away.
Either way, I'm really proud of you.
Sorry.
What were you saying,
Killed
Rinn?
a dragon today! Finally!
I want Rinn to actually have chuckled at that.
Thava just kind of turns back to Bud and says, "Yeah, well, you did too. You did too, Bud. It was a team effort."
It was. We all did good.
We did actually kind of kick its ass, though, didn't we?
Yeah, what the fuck have I been saying? What have I been saying?
12 seconds.
I just hope we're gonna be prepared for this white dragon. Because he's pretty scary and, you know, he's a danger to everyone in this realm.
Well, you're not gonna get the easy chance like this one. I don't think that one's gonna let you walk up and say sweet nothings in its ear before you stab it.
Janet, how do white dragons usually differ from green dragons?
Well, they're a lot more aggressive and territorial. They prefer to hunt, they don't prefer to talk. They're not the brightest, but they don't need to be. They're very good at camouflaging, ambushing, and they like toying with their food.
So, much more like a mountain lion.
A mountain lion that can gloat, yeah. And plan. And use magic. Yeah. So actually not much like a mountain lion, but more like a dragon.
Got it. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
"Hey, Dre."
Hey, you. What up?
At some point, I don't know, like probably not now is the best time, but Bud would want to explore the rest of the castle. Like since we didn't get to do that last time. So I'm wondering when, like, I mean, Bud could oppose this to the group, but like when's the best time? When do people want to do that? Like maybe tomorrow morning?
Wait, to do what?
To just explore the rest of the castle. I feel like we haven't
Oh!
looked in every corner.
I'll do some tonight, but drunkenly. Absolutely.
Bud would join Rinn.
Bud and
Alright,
Rinn.
Bud! Let's go! She grabs her
Alright,
bottle of
just
wine.
like old times, huh?
God. Wandering drunkenly through castles.
Yeah.
She's gonna clip.
Where is some of that? Can I have it?
Yeah, here you go. She shoves it at his chest.
Oh, hell yeah!
Oh, sorry.
It's funny, his Discord doesn't let you shout, so you just get cut off.
Yeah.
But I can hear you in my living room.
He said, "Hell's yeah."
Bud, it's just like those old Neverwinter nights. In
Ah.
Gundren's house.
That's right.
Wow.
Whew, that was a lot.
So as
Alright, let's go exploring. I'm gonna practice my dance moves while I'm out here too.
I'm gonna just concatenate this for you. You have fully explored this entire building already.
Yeah, but in detail without there being danger around?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, we pretty much got every room but this room.
you literally did explore you killed people and then explored rooms the last time you were here.
What about the
Yeah.
room with the owl bear?
That 2 people have
I don't
already
remember
explored.
that.
Oh, never mind.
But
I
Rinn doesn't
thought
know
I
that.
thought we had to like book it last time.
I
Yeah.
mean, yes, but on your way through, you pretty carefully picked over things after killing groups of individuals. You found practically nothing.
Yeah.
And for brevity's sake, I will tell you, you will find absolutely nothing.
Oh,
There is nothing left in this building.
Well, maybe they'll just like just for flavor, they'll just go walk around.
Yep,
You know.
you can. But as far as mechanical, or if you're expecting to find anything, you find the old ruins. It is dusty, it is quiet. There is
there
not
a room
much
with
in this
good
place.
acoustics?
Pretty much the whole place has good acoustics. Everything is stone.
Perfect.
Well, if Bud and Rinn are hanging out, walking around the castle, Bud is going to talk with Rinn and say,
Hey, you did a pretty amazing job talking to the dragon earlier.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, he seemed pretty full of himself, so I just kinda tried to lean on that.
Yeah, you sure did. Have you ever met dragons before, personally? You seem to know how to talk with them well.
Not personally, no. There was one close to where I grew up, though. And, you know, you hear stories and whatnot.
What was that dragon like?
Like I said, I didn't meet it personally, but, it was a lot different than this one, I'll tell you that.
Well, what were the stories like?
Much smarter. Ancient dragon. I don't even know how old it is, but
Oh, wow.
yeah, kind of what I expected when I met this one, but it's, definitely not the case.
Yeah, we sure showed him.
Yeah,
Are
to
you-
be honest, I kind of grew up thinking that dragons were a bit more benevolent than they seem to be in the world. So I don't know, I guess I'm a little confused.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a dragonborn and all, so just seems like a logical connection to make that there'd be some good dragons too, right? But yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's one out there somewhere.
Yeah, probably.
Can you imagine making friends with a dragon? That'd be so cool. If only we could do that with this white dragon.
I guess it depends on what it wants.
Yeah, if it means like, I don't know, giving it something or like doing something bad to be friends, that's not a real friend, you know?
Rinn gets very quiet and contemplative when Bud says that. And she kind of starts wandering a bit.
Is there
I
anything?
think, you know, Bud maybe like falls into a comfortable, well, you know, just falls into silence, you know. Like not really pushing Rinn or anything. Just walking alongside.
Is there anything else the rest of you are doing this evening?
The only thing I'd like to do is take out those vibrating crystals, and I'd like to see if they point the same direction as what the mage showed me,
Sure.
roughly.
Yeah. You set them down on the floor or on some flat surface. And after about a minute, they have slowly vibrated and spun to point very southish east, more south than east of your current location.
So a slight shift to what he had shown, but like...
Yeah, same general direction, you think. But before it was more like east tending, like east-southeast. Now it's very south-southeast.
What do these crystals do again?
They seem to point somewhere. I'm kind of thinking it's pointing to Wave Echo Cave.
When
Haven't
you
seen
guys
these anywhere else.
When you guys had raided the Red Brand's fortress, the wizard lab that you found there were a bunch of crystals that Synas had snagged.
Right.
The little crystal shards. And the Candlekeep scholar in Fandalin had found them extremely interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that the thing that I never saw?
Yeah. Which, speaking of, technically, you'd be in the same room.
Yes.
Niah, as you watch him do this, you kind of feel a weird tingling build up in your ears.
Wait.
And you get this very just odd, sourceless sense of dread just looking at them. You hear like a voice of someone leaning just over your shoulder. Kind of both feminine and masculine at the same time voice. It's reaching out again. It can't return. No.
Yeah, Niah just goes very, very still, staring at those crystals.
I mean, I got what I wanted out of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start putting them away.
Okay.
If you're not gonna say anything, it's just in a direction.
Forcing people to develop their backstories or interact with their backstories.
As I assume, I
Oh,
assume
don't worry.
Synas didn't hear this, right?
No, only Niah
No.
hears this voice.
Oh, don't worry. I'm pretty sure you're going to.
You just
And Niah-
see Niah staring like
Very, very raptly. at
kind
those
of
crystals.
wide-eyed, looking kind of out of it.
Niah observes a lot. Niah can be kind of quiet, so that seems pretty normal to me.
So true though. So true.
Fucking useless player characters.
No, what Niah is going to say, very, kind of hurried and kind of edged to her tone. What are those?
Honestly, I don't have an exact answer for you. We found these a while back. It was only just recently we figured out that they point somewhere. As far as I can tell, they're basically like synchronized crystals. I'm thinking they point to Wave Echo Cave, since I've never seen them anywhere else, and we've only come across them in relation to people who are also seemingly hunting the cave.
Or something in the cave?
Do you think the rocks are alive?
Niah just kind of looks at you with that kind of, are you fucking kidding me expression?
As far as I know, these are just stones, and they're just pointing. I'm not making any assumptions here. So if you believe them to be something different, I'm all ears.
Did you just say I'm all ears to Niah?
Look, we both got
Big
fuzzy,
kitty
stupid
ears. Yeah, big fuzzy stupid ears.
Oh, damn it. You just derailed my thoughts.
Big Fuzzy Ear Gang.
No shoes, all ear gang.
That's right. Let's go.
So culturally insensitive.
Oh my god, no, none of us actually wear shoes.
No, you don't.
I just wear illusions of shoes.
If you guys find boots on a corpse, you can't wear them immediately. Like, you have to change them.
Niah just falls quiet. Kind of staring off distance contemplatively.
What time of the day is it? Is it nighttime already?
It's very nighttime.
Why are you so quiet?
It's getting on to be like 9 p.m.-ish.
Okay. So we probably should set up camp here at the castle.
Yeah.
Niah, are you
All
sure
the rest
there's
of the movie.
nothing? Are you sure there's nothing wrong? Why are you worried about stones?
After a moment, Niah responds, what was it they said that the bard said was stored in Waveko Cap?
What did he say? Oh shoot! It was.
What did he?
What did he say?
I very clearly remember a Dre, but I can't remember what was the exact wording.
He had been told that the name of whatever was locked away down there was referred to as the end of all things.
And now you have a set of magic stones pointing somewhere in that direction. You think points to Waveko Cap.
I believe it does. Not that I'm thrilled still about opening it, but
Just something to consider.
well, I'll keep them guarded. I honestly only consider them to be more of a compass than anything. But I suppose I'll be more careful with them.
I just want Synas to say, I don't know, I just think they're kind of neat.
I was thinking that, and then I was like, no,
You were!
he wouldn't say that. No, he wouldn't.
Yeah,
say
that's
that.
true.
I just think they're neat.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
think they're useful
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
for directions, nothing more.
Niah is definitely distracted with their thoughts. And you'll find that this, in the absence of being directly interacted with, they're just kind of staring at the wall blankly. Definitely lost in their thoughts.
I mean, with that concern already aired, Synas is probably. I mean, he's still gonna tuck him away, but
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know stones could whisper. Out of character. Whoa. What the fuck?
What the fuck? Damn, bro, that's crazy. If there's nothing the rest of your party would like to do, Reyka sets about setting up a camp, building a little fire, and this large room here is pretty suitable. There's only one hole in the wall that's roughly the size of a dragon, which most of the corpse of this dragon has fallen into. And the ceiling here, while questionable in its current stability, the entire place is questionable in its stability, has plenty of space for smoke to roll out. So you all settle down for an evening. Would anyone like to do their evening watches?
Yeah, I'm assuming the standard watches.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a question
Yeah.
for you, actually.
Sure.
Would it be assumed that I might have something on me that is similar to a tiny bell?
As a component for a spell?
As, say, like an alarm spell?
Sure, I think you probably would have thought to bring something like that, yeah.
Then I would like to, as we're setting up for the night, ritually cast Alarm. just set up a little perimeter in the room.
Yeah. Synas goes around sort of setting up a, for lack of a better term, possibly invisible trip line around the room.
Gosh, Synas, you're just so useful.
Well, I do try to keep the people I'm with safe. I'd be a terrible scout or a guide if that weren't the case.
Renaissance lion.
It's awful.
The Renaissance lion.
I forgot what his species name is, so sorry.
They're called Leonin.
Yes,
Call him a
Renaissance
cat.
Leonin. There
Call
we
him a
go.
cat.
I am Kitty.
He is Kitty Man. Okay. So whoever would like to take first watch, go ahead and roll some perception checks for me.
Niah, are you up for it?
Oh, that's right. I am first watch. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Are you covering my ears again?
Yeah, I'm gonna help you.
Every time this goes so wrong. I can't wait for another one.
Well, I actually got an 18, so.
Okay.
Oh, she learned.
It worked. She learned how to control the radar ears.
Thing.
I'm like a Ratatouille up there. I just kind of like...
God.
The rat's name wasn't Ratatouille. Anyway, as you guys are watching your friends sleeping, you're just keeping an eye out, keeping 2 ears out for the environment. There are some small animals that come closer to investigate now and then, but overall, things seem to keep quite far away from here. So it's fairly quiet. Overall, you don't really notice anything out of the ordinary.
Who is next watch?
Thava and me, I think.
Yep.
Okay.
Mom and Dad.
Yeah, I was not gonna say.
I forget what we used to do. Was it both of us doing a roll?
No, I end up assisting you. You're slightly better.
Doing the same thing again then?
Yep.
Let's see if that works. Does that work? Oh, it didn't roll the advantage.
Oh no.
Roll it again.
That's fine. Roll it again.
Roll it again.
Oh, those aren't very good. 13.
13. Yeah, much like the first group, you don't really see anything. There's some owls that swoop past overhead, perhaps chasing things through the grass outside. But it is very peaceful. You do see the night sky is completely obscured by complete overcast. There is the lightest hint of snowfall outside. Just slight.
Oh dear.
Not a fan of the overcast, but okay, I guess.
Guess. But beyond that, nothing really catches your eye. And your watch passes without anything of note. You can wake up your third and final watch. Being the ranger duo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bright
Why
and
don't we put
early.
the two most observant people together at the same time?
I mean, Synas is pretty observant.
It's fun that way.
It's fun
I
that
guess
way.
Bud and I are naturally early morning people.
Oh, that's right, Farm Boy and Horse Girl.
That's their superhero names, Farm Boy and Horse Girl.
Away!
Away!
A nay!
Oh, I hate it now.
I don't like it now. Nope, that's nope. Mm-mm. Okay. You guys can make some perception checks as the lightest bit of sun begins to brighten the grayness
I
of
got
the
a
sky.
Natural one.
Oh,
Well, thank God, because I got a 23.
Woo! Bud saves the day.
no! Wonderful.
I'm still scratching that sand out of my eyes.
Reyka definitely maybe woke up on the wrong side of the bedroll, coming out of sleep. Doesn't really notice much, but you do notice in this morning light. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it.
Okay.
There are. It's fine. Don't panic.
It's fine.
You notice far into the tree line in the east, you think you see a small group of humanoid figures stop and then kind of come out from behind some trees and head the other direction away from you, seeing as they seem to catch your gaze looking towards them.
Oh.
Ooh.
But it is very hard to tell what they are beyond humanoid figures, fairly obscured by cloaks and the woods themselves. But they seem to take off at a pretty fast clip. Not like sprinting away, but just sort of like that hurried jog march you do.
How big is the group?
4 individuals.
4 individuals. Oh, do I want to call after them? Is time slipping away?
Yeah, they're just cruising away from you steadily.
Okay. Bud's gonna like he is gonna like wave and be like, "Hey, who are you?"
As you shout, you see one of them at the back turns their head as they've clearly heard you, and you hear a distant yell as all 4 of them break out into a full run, heading away from the area.
Hey, you can come here. We're friends.
They vanish off into the woods.
Ah, shoot.
Shucks.
Yeah, there we go.
Ah, shucks.
Dang, Flabbit.
And with your yelling, everyone, like an alarm clock, Bud's yelling wakes the rest of the party up toward the end of your guys' watch. As your morning comes to an end, you can gain the benefits of a long rest.
What?
And then we hit level 8.
No.
We killed a dragon.
Nope.
What? Rested XP.
Rested
We had
XP.
that 6 weeks.
That's not how it
Sorry,
works.
y'all. I saw a little group of people. They took off.
Is part of the dragon hanging out of the castle, or is he completely in?
No, his tail's
I
like
don't-
pointing
I
out.
mean, I don't
Okay.
think they thought I was the dragon.
Honestly, I'm more concerned that a group that's coming here so soon after a dragon has taken it as its home. My thought is they're related to the people who want the map.
That's kind of what I was thinking too, honestly.
Well, they didn't want it enough.
Well, should we head on back?
Probably, yeah.
Hey, Rinn,
What?
can you make a
Wow.
wisdom saving throw for me?
Fine. How do I do that? Okay. 17.
17.
I'm not sure if I'm happy about that or not.
DM.
17. I see. Yeah. You get this odd sense for a moment that you feel like you're being watched, but it passes.
What the fuck?
Did you just get scried?
I think that's what that was, yeah, if I had to guess.
Of course.
Me
None of us would
specifically?
know that.
DM,
Me
I
specifically,
need
or
an
like
explanation.
No.
Yeah, but what does that mean?
Gotta stop
You're
screaming
all-
to God.
Stop screaming at God.
I like how you're all continuously interrupting me to ask the DM questions while I'm the person who had the experience.
Oh, wonderful. What is your question?
Is it just me, or does it feel like the room is being like? Is there any specificity? What, where, how, from which direction?
No.
in what capacity?
I mean, you can make a perception check, but
Would that do it?
you could certainly try.
What about like more of a wisdom insight kind of a thing? I don't know. Okay, whatever works.
Do I have any like good passive perception with my roll earlier?
No, it wouldn't take into account with this.
Okay.
All right, I'll try for perception.
Sure.
9.
9. No, you don't have any idea where this feeling is kind of pulling at you from.
And it felt very distinct enough for you to stop and tell me. So I'm gonna tell the group because I'm not paranoid or anything. Hey guys, I just had a very sneaking and strong feeling that we were being watched. Did anybody else get that?
I didn't feel anything.
I mean,
You know the source
Bud did just say there was a group
Yeah, it was
watching
like
us.
a few people, but they took off.
Dre, can I do Divine Sense?
Sure. As you send out that divine sense ping, you detect your 2 Fey friends, but that's it.
Okay. Noted.
I think we should get the fuck out of here. As soon as possible.
Yeah, agreed.
Would I, after hearing this description, would I have any insight as to what might have happened? Does anyone come to the conclusion that might have been scrying magic, or?
I don't think there's any reason for us to really to.
Yeah, I'm not sure you would really have any reason to suspect specifically scrying in this moment.
Okay, that's fair. I'm just curious. Alright, never mind.
Best I could do is detect magic, but that's gonna take 10 minutes. There's not a chance it'll still be here by then.
Yeah. Let's just GTFO, mate.
All right. So, you guys pack your things up. Jadet takes a couple samples of blood from the dragon in the morning before you all set out.
Oh. Why does he do that?
He doesn't explain. He just stabs a spot in it, gets a little bit of
Yeah,
blood
I'm
in a
asking
vial.
him.
Okay.
I'm asking him and saying, Jada, why the hell are you doing that?
Work. Part of my job.
What
Wait,
would you
is-
to collect the blood of dragons? What is it for?
It's not for me. It's for when I get back.
Didn't one of our members get like a case of vials?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thava
And-
collected like 10 vials
Yeah.
and Rinn asked the other night, and Thava was like, don't worry about it, it's personal. Now this
Yeah.
guy's also like, don't worry about it, it's work related.
Seems kind of sus.
Rinn looks
not in
between
character.
Jadet and Thava and says, why the fuck are both of you being so cagey about collecting dragon blood?
Well, I mean, if you want the honest truth, he says as he corks the couple of vials and puts them in his bag, it's because the masters of my guild like studying dragons and finding ways to use their magic against them. So, in my case at least, one of the portions of my duties is gathering such things.
Okay, see, Thava? Was that so hard?
Just kind of doesn't really say anything in response, just goes,
Fucking useless player characters, I swear to God.
Speaking of non-diegetic, you guys gather yourselves together and begin the...
There's 2 things I'd like to do as we begin
Yes,
to trek back.
yes.
One, knowing that we have somebody with the heebie-jeebies of being watched,
Okay.
and 2, knowing that we have a group somewhere nearby, I want to cast Pass Without a Trace on us.
Good choice, good choice.
Yeah, nice Deriaz.
Absolutely. Yeah, you
I'll
guys...
just notice this other thing I wanted to do is also concentration, so I won't do that. Just the Pass Without a Trace.
Okay. Your group becomes fairly undetectable as you begin trekking your way back out of the wooded regions of the Neverwinter Wood.
It's only for an hour, but I figure it'll get us some distance.
And DM, while we're traveling out of the wood and the plains between the wood and Fandalen, would you say there are any patches of particularly aromatic grasses?
What?
Actually,
more weirdness.
You'd actually have a better chance before you get out of the woods, because right near the edge of the woods is when you run into what is snow-covered plains. So maybe at like the right at the edge where the plains meets the forest, you might find some pretty nice patches of grass. Yeah.
Okay, well, Reyka's gonna stop just suddenly in those grasses and collect a good handful and tie them up neatly with a longer piece of grass and just stow them away.
Okay. You have a little bundle of grass.
She's gonna feed it to a horse later, I guarantee it.
What is that for, Reyka?
Oh, you never know when you need a good bundle of grass.
That's right. Kinda like I got all this wheat in my pocket.
That's right.
Yes, you do.
Just ranger things.
Hashtag just ranger things.
Bonding moment.
Yeah.
The Rangers bonding over grass.
What a surprise. There's no complications really throughout your day. The white dragon that you had seen flying over on the day before, you do not see cruising around today. And as you approach Fandalen, this does take the entire day to get back, basically. It's about an 8-hour march to get back to your little hub camp in Fandalen there.
Yeah.
Since you guys got a nice morning start, you come into town around, 6 o'clock-ish, 5, 6 o'clock in the evening. It is just the difference between where you were 8 hours north of here and where you are now is so tremendously stark, because there is just snow everywhere, piled several feet high. Many of the houses are absolutely covered in snow on the roofs. There are multiple people still knocking snow off. There's still ice chunks that are stuck in roofs that people have been removing. The guard force that is and has been around and about are helping tend to that, but primarily the denizens of Fandalen are the ones dealing with the snow.
We do not need more snow.
Jadet from the back pipes up. Indeed.
Thank you.
What?
Thank you, Trey.
Inside jokes.
Oh. Okay.
As you guys get back, Jadet doesn't say much as he heads for the inn, other than looking at your group and nodding a little bit. Honestly, you guys surprised me with that dragon out there. I mean, you may have taken it down pretty easily, but most people would get ripped to shreds. I'm gonna do some looking. See if there's some way we can be better equipped for this, but I don't know, looking around at the people around here, you guys might be the best option for dealing with whatever's nesting on that mountain up there, but you guys deal with what you got going. I'll come find you when I need help.
Thanks for coming along with us. It was fun.
Bud reaches out his hand for a handshake.
It's covered in dragon blood.
Those glowing yellowish eyes just glance down and then glance back at you, and he gives you a bit of a smirk and nods before heading to the inn, not returning the gesture.
Oh.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh, poor babe.
Bud just shrugs his shoulders. Doesn't really mind.
But now that you're back in town, what would you guys like to do with the rest of your evening?
How much time are we still trying to kill? Is this the last day or do we have one more day?
You aren't totally sure. Gundren had alluded to needing 4 or 5 days. But it's coming up on that 4 or 5 day mark, but he hasn't really come to you guys. He might more be waiting for you to come to him when you're ready.
Okay.
Oh, also, we have stuff to sell.
More things to sell.
Oh, yes.
Silver
Right.
goblets. 16
I'm gonna
GP
toss
each.
that emerald back into the selling pile since it's more than got its worth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
That emerald got us a whole hoard of gold.
Sure did.
Did. So glad you weren't able to sell it.
Weren't able.
Decided not to is a better term.
So yeah,
Who is
whoever
holding
is
on to the goblets?
I think they're just kind of in the general floating inventory, to be honest with you.
The royal we of inventories.
They were not
Also-
really assigned.
Also, did we get? Do we know what we're gonna do with Hugh? Are we just gonna hold on to it? I know magic items are one of those weird things in 5th edition where it's like selling them is kind of like a, difficult thing to do outside of like huge cities.
Mm-hmm.
I know right now I don't think anyone's holding on to it according to Deriaz's notes.
I don't think anyone has claimed the battle axe yet, no.
Actually,
Synas is just kind of holding it for now.
Actually, who can use it? Who are people that can use it?
Don't look at me.
Is it
Yeah,
a
that
weapon?
thing-
Is it a weapon?
All good.
Is it
No,
more
it's
than a martial?
versatile. It's versatile. It's a martial versatile weapon.
Oh shit, I can actually use it.
Yeah.
I don't
One of
want
you
to.
three.
I don't want to be
I mean-
paranoid in the woods.
And to be fair, does it really match Niah's aesthetic?
Well, it wouldn't matter because it could merge into the sword.
What about the rangers? Are either of you guys interested in a battle axe?
Battle
Pretty sure
axe.
rangers can use them.
Yeah, I don't think I would really want a battle axe.
What is this thing about like merging weapons that Niah just said, or who said that?
I did.
That's a
Yeah,
warlock thing.
the blade pack works.
Oh, okay.
The weapon would be go into my blades. They said it doesn't matter, but
Yeah,
Is it like you say battle axe? Is it like
Battle
a
axe.
two-handed weapon?
it's versatile. So you use one-handed or two-handed. If it's one-handed, I think it's a 1d8, and if it's two-handed, it's a 1d10.
Correct.
Okay. What's the what are the stats on it, I suppose?
It's a
Just
plus
a
one
plus-
axe.
Yeah, just a +1, but it's got a special note that if you hit a plant creature or an object made of wood, I think it does max damage.
Yep, automatically.
Though it makes you uneasy when you're in a forest, whatever that means.
Mhm.
Luckily, we never find ourselves in a forest.
So very rarely.
Well, when we go down into the caves, we sure won't.
yeah, not
In
exactly eager to be
theory.
paranoid.
I guess I'll pass on it. I don't think I need that. I've got two melee weapons. But you said the one-handed was 1d8, right?
Yep.
D8, I think. Yeah,
Wow. Actually,
pretty nice, right?
that is actually kind of nice because both of my small melee weapons are 1d4.
It's a
Yeah,
big
that-
upgrade.
That could be good if somebody got in Bud's face.
I'm telling you, it's not a bad option.
I'll take it. Why not?
Yeah, there you go.
Let me see.
Now I gotta
Just-
figure out where this is.
If you go to your equipment, hit Manage Inventory.
Yeah.
The filter thingy that's there, you can just type in Hue, and it'll show up in the results. So that you can just click add.
HEW.
You said it was battle axe +1.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
You
stats
just
are already.
you can
embedded
just search
into it,
for the
it looks like.
name Hugh HEW and it'll all be there.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it's a part of this module. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's an actual item in
Oh.
D&D Beyond that you can just search by name.
Oh, okay.
It's only when I pull things out of like the Griffin's saddlebag that I have to make a custom item.
Oh, also.
Also, yeah.
I want something to make like a little like necklace or amulet out of the fang that
Okay.
I extracted.
Yeah, wouldn't be too hard. There's plenty of individuals selling lengths of cord and rope. You could easily find a strip of leather cord to make that out of.
Okay.
I don't think they would charge you for what is basically scrap leather turned useful.
Okay. Cool.
You can do that easily
I'll do
enough.
that. Nice.
You can have a dragon's fang necklace.
Wow, that sounds like it should be magical.
It could be one day, maybe, if I,
If you enchant it.
yeah. I don't know how the fuck that works in 5e, but
So you got
Yes.
somebody gonna sell the goblets and the emerald pendant. Was there anything else?
I mean, the vials of dragon blood, the scales.
Oh, I'm keeping my 1 scale.
I mean, do you want to do anything with it? Like, work it at all? Or, like, make it into something?
I don't know what I want to do with it just yet.
Yeah, same. I'm just gonna keep what I got going on.
Okay.
Does the vendor have any? There's no potions, right?
Asking around, it doesn't seem as if the individual who has generally been making potions has produced a new set just yet, even though she has been said to be in town.
Okay.
But if you go to the general store, they tell you we don't have any currently for sale, sorry.
All right. Any other types of like elixirs or potions or?
This really isn't a town that has a potion seller specifically.
That's yeah.
So, potion seller.
Potion seller.
So unfortunately, the main thing that you'd be able to find would be potions of healing, and they don't seem to have any.
All right. I don't think I have anything to sell. So.
I think it's mostly just the goblets and that necklace.
Yeah. Stuff in the collective inventory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, whoever decides to go sell it, you get directed on to the individual over at... What the heck is the name of the building? Why am I forgetting? The Fandalin Miners Exchange. The same individual that Reyka had been talking to about the necklace before. Regards you all, or whoever comes in, and is willing to pay about 80% on cost for any items that she would buy from you.
Honestly, given we just made bank on just his hoard alone, I feel like 80% is pretty good personally. That's
Yeah.
already 440 at like 100%. So that's what? Like
Math?
350 roughly? 352?
I shall calculate it.
352.
Hey.
352. Alright.
So you guys, as a party,
I feel like that's
gain 352 gold that you can spread amongst yourselves.
More math.
More math.
There was
That's-
a blacksmith, right?
There is a blacksmith,
58.6
yes.
repeating each.
Hey, I wonder if I should bite the bullet and try to get splint mail.
That's entirely up to you.
Hmm.
The Lion Shield Coster Armory does have its stock back, thanks to you all pointing it out from clearing out the Goblin hideout on your way into town a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago now. So she would probably be able to sell you something.
thinking about it. It's only going to be it would only be +1 AC.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, +1 AC is still +1 AC.
It's still pretty nice.
But it delays me getting plate even longer.
Yeah.
But then again, plate is 1,500 gold. Splint is 200.
Mm.
So, yeah.
1,500 gold.
Yep.
Yes, correct.
Holy
For
Plate
a
armor is
crap.
Full set of plate
expensive.
mail armor. It's
Gotta
or
be
a full set of plate
customized
armor.
Wow.
to the wearer.
Yep.
But it gives you 18 AC.
It's so nice.
And it does not give a fuck if you have low dex or anything.
Yep.
So,
And also, you look cool in it.
That's right.
That's
Yes.
the most important thing.
exactly.
Fashion souls.
Well, we're gonna be going to that cave, right?
Within the next couple days. Yeah.
I feel like the splint is probably the better choice right now.
I was gonna say
Maybe
that's.
there's plate mail down there.
I was gonna say she'd probably want to upgrade her equipment before going in, and that seems like a logical thing. So maybe that's not a bad idea.
Yeah. Totally up to you.
You know what? Sure, why not? She'll inquire about Splint.
Yeah. The individual who runs the Lion Shield Coster, Linen, regards you very welcomingly and points out a fairly large set of splint that she could probably make fit you.
Okay.
Given an hour or so, takes your measurements and sets about adjusting a few things here and there. And 200 gold, you'll be on your way.
All right. And would she be willing to take her current chainmail as like going towards that cost as well? It's like basically trading it and then paying the difference. Because
Yeah.
yeah, she doesn't need that anymore.
She knocks 30 gold off the top.
Okay, so 170.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make that work. We'll agree to that.
Okay. So you acquire for yourself some splint armor.
Awesome.
Nice, very nice. Now I'm going to have to draw it.
Oh my god.
Wait for the mid-campaign update. It's fine.
We also have to. Yeah, like what if she finds plate in the nearest future, and then you just get done.
Oh, damn it.
Stop
I'm just
changing
saying.
armor. All right. Well, if there is nothing else you guys would like to do for the evening, the inn is full of individuals who primarily seem to be commenting very angrily over how damn snowy it is already, and it's barely even the third day of Merpenoth, which is
Can you translate that into?
the third day of Fantasy October, or Fantasy September, rather.
Oh, September. Okay.
Yeah. You guys started this campaign in what would have been practically August, the end of summer, beginning of fall. But this is like the middle of the dead of winter right now. And there's several individuals who recount that this is already the worst winter they've seen in many years in this part of the Sword Coast.
As we go in there, Reyka's gonna look around and see if that Tabaxi messenger guy is still around.
Oh.
Yeah, he's very easy to spot. He is sitting at the edge of the bar, quietly nursing a drink of
Now,
some.
remind me, was he strictly a messenger, or it's been a bit?
He said that he was the fastest letter transmitter in all the realms.
Okay. Reyka's gonna go sit down right next to him, abruptly.
His ears perk up and he glances over. Good evening to you.
Good evening. I hear you are a fast traveler.
The fastest. He flashes his sharp fangs in a very smug grin. What can I do for you?
Now, do you carry all just generic news with you, or do you have specific missions you go on?
That depends on my employer and the contents.
Do you have any information on you right now about Mirabar?
The prison town to the north place up there, I have heard it's very cold up there. I don't know anything. I am from the south. I came up to work, and I work primarily out of Neverwinter, Waterdeep, wherever word needs to travel. But, and he leans in, elbows on the table with a smirk, I can get messages anywhere, young lady.
Anywhere?
Anywhere.
Even to somebody in Mirabar?
Sure.
Okay. Reyka's gonna grab a scrap of paper and write a little note and hand it to him. Now, what would be the cost to get this to a member of the Mirabar prison?
He closes his eyes for a moment, thinking. 25 gold, I think, is a fine price.
Okay.
Who am I supposed to be taking it to? It would help if I knew who I am supposed to be sneaking in for.
You'll be looking for somebody named Flerky. Looks kind of like me.
Should be easy to find then. Don't know how many tieflings end up in the north up there. Alright. No problem. I assume you would like to probably hear back from this person.
Absolutely.
If they send me with anything, I will let you know.
Much appreciated. And she pulls out that bundle of grass and hands it to him. Here's a little extra for your trouble.
And what, pray tell, am I supposed to do with this?
Well, if you ever need to relax, just give it a little sniff.
He shrugs his shoulders as he tucks that scrap of paper away, and he kind of sniffs at the grass a little bit and shrugs and puts it in his pocket as well, in his coat.
Reyka nods, satisfied.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Appreciate it.
And he
What the hell?
goes back to just staring into his glass. Just a little... Clearly immediately put into deep thought. Okay. Is there anything else anyone would like to do for this evening?
Yeah, so the Candlewood Keep person,
Yeah.
where are they working out of again?
He was in one of the small tents that had been set up in the little guard camp in the north side of Fandalen.
Yeah, Niah would slip out and go talk to him.
Sure. Oh, excuse me. As you pick your way through, none of the guards stop you or anything. You just enter into this modest little tent office, for lack of a better term. Rhos sitting up immediately as he looks at you, entering. Hi. Hey, I was just about to have some tea. What's up? Hi.
You are a sage of the Candlewood Keep, yes?
Candlekeep, yeah. Way down in the south there. Pretty far away. What about it?
I'm curious if you would happen to know of a creature, phenomena, not really much difference either way. And I was curious how one would go about learning these things?
Well, usually if someone wants some information from Candlekeep, there's kind of a few different routes that you can go through. You can send official letters by way of messenger down there to try and request certain snippets of information from different individuals. You can try and get in yourself, though that's usually pretty hard for a random passerby. You have to provide Candlekeep with a book that they don't have, so it has to be completely unique and new and actually worthy of entry, which is not most of them. Your friend actually mentioned this in passing. Is that related at all?
Somewhat, yes.
You see, I did send a message to one of the high readers. He said he would look into those crystals or anything like them. I haven't really heard anything back from him. Is there something else I should put in a word to look for?
One more time, Dre. The name that was said was the end of all things?
Yep.
In my travels, something that a name that we have heard a few times now is the end of all things.
Spooky. Real spooky.
Yes, indeed. I was curious if there's any way that you would know or have some way to figure out if Candlekeep knew of these things.
Well, I can send a message to the same reader and add that to the list and see if he gets back to me in any more reasonable time. Us lower rank scholars kind of get put on a waiting list for information when we're requesting it, depending on the temperament of your mentor. Mine sometimes kind of ignores me here and there. But spooky ominous name, that'll probably get his attention.
Well then, I have one other thing to request that you send along.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
A creature, massive beyond scale, and an endless maw that can consume worlds. Have you heard of any such creature?
Really, that's way too spooky. That sounds really kinda like eldritchy, very outer plane being sort of thing.
Indeed.
It's not really my thing. I've definitely heard of things in the astral sea or even the spaces between planes that might be like that, but I feel like I've heard a lot of stories of a lot of different ones, not a particular one, but I'll just send a message right now. And he clasps his hands together as he mutters a few words, and then you hear him say aloud, hi reader, Solistar, do you know about the end of all things? That's the name of the thing. And he opens his eyes and starts counting on his fingers. Thanks. Oh yeah, that's less than 25. Okay. Cool. We'll see if he gets back to me on that.
I see, thank you. And I guess one last question is, if not Candlekeep, then where else could I find such knowledge of such creatures?
Ooh, well, I mean, if you're looking for the most well sought after, highly collected, most categorized and organized collection in all of Faerun, Candlekeep is the best possible place. I'm sure you might find fairy stories, but at least at Candlekeep there are researchers and really powerful wizards who do a lot of research into these topics, so it's kind of the big place a lot of people go for info.
True, but your keep is frustratingly hard to access for those who are not already within it.
Yeah, like I said, that's kind of where the request process comes in. And because I, by extension of Candlekeep's authority, am here helping Lord Neverember's defense and embolsterment of this little cute frontier town, maybe in the morning, perhaps, or tomorrow sometime. They'll get back to me. I'll come find you if they do, though.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. Tea? And he holds up like a little pot and a second mug, like awkwardly in his hand.
Thank you. I will gladly take some tea.
Cool. No one's ever said yeah. And he sets it down and pours what just looks to be and smells like just basic green tea. And he sits awkwardly quiet at the table across from you as he sips and appears to just sit there in thought, muttering to himself.
So, wait. Is it actually green tea?
Yeah, it's actually green tea.
I think it was gonna be something else.
Well, I'm debating whether that should actually be relevant to Niah's backstory or not.
No, it's legitimate green tea.
Yeah, Niah will turn to the sage. This is a passable brewing of this tea. Where did you get it?
Oh, Candlekeep's got a lot of tea. There's some of the high readers there, really, really big sticklers for good tea. So we source it from a couple different tea shops. One of the ones in Baldur's Gate. I forget the name of it. Really good, though.
I have a quick question to send you in DMs.
Sure.
Oh god. So many secret backstory things happening.
Well, this actually means not knowing the context of this world.
Oh, okay.
If I could spell. God.
What the fuck?
Shush! Shush, I don't do touchscreens very well. I suck at it.
Okay, never mind. Alright. Niah would just nod their head and sip on their tea.
Yeah.
Bidding him farewell once complete, or once the tea's gone.
Mm-hmm. And it is a nice
very
reprieve
good.
from the very cold that once night falls, it's been getting pretty bitterly cold out here in the evenings. But if there's nothing else, you guys can go ahead and settle in for another long rest.
Well, I'm gonna go. I was gonna go find Thistle tonight.
Okay.
See what she's
Oh
up
my.
Eyebrow waggle.
I was wondering when she'd show up again.
Y'all don't have to be privy to this, but Rinn's gonna go find her, and
Mhm.
she's gonna go shoot her shot, you know?
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
For some casual, you know.
Conversation.
Yeah.
Going for this? Going for this when the noble's in town? That's risky. What if they're
What?
pushed when he finds out?
I mean, look,
What
you
if-
just killed a dragon. Why wouldn't you want to? You're probably feeling great right now.
So
Why
pent
not?
up right now after that dragon.
Why not?
Yeah. You actually find Thistle sitting in the common room of the inn.
Okay.
As many individuals are, since it's probably the warmest building in the town now with the snow and the ice.
Yeah. So Rinn is gonna kind of saunter up, and she's gonna schmooze, see what she's up to,
Mhm.
brag about having just killed a dragon a little bit.
Yeah.
See if she just wants to come, spend some time
Sure.
in her room alone.
She is pretty enraptured by the concept of you killing a dragon.
Sweet.
She's very just kind of awestricken and happily chats with you throughout the evening. Now, you do share a bedroom with Reyka and Niah.
Oh fuck, that's right.
Eyebrow waggle.
Rinn gets to the room. She's like, guys, I'm gonna need the room tonight.
Oh, there is one person that has a room to themselves.
That would be Thava.
Mhm.
Persuasion roll, Thava.
No, come on.
Challenge level impossible.
Challenge level
Thava.
impossible.
Thava, listen. I will owe you if you just switch beds with me tonight.
So you actually asking this?
Depends. Is the soul willing to come back to my bedroom with me?
Thava can room with Bud.
Honestly, she doesn't mind the idea.
Fuck yeah! All right.
Oh my fucking god.
Thava, listen. I will owe you anything you ask for. I can't take her back to the bar, and that's where she works. It would just be weird. So we need a room, okay?
Mm-hmm. She just kind of looks down at you with her arms crossed.
Thava, how many times have I saved your life in this entire venture? Come on.
Just for one night, huh?
Just tonight.
Well, we did just kill a dragon. I suppose I could let you have the room for one night.
Yes, Thava, you won't regret it. Also, I'll make sure to clean it before you get back.
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe Mom said yes to a sleepover.
Thava is still taking the chest out with her, though.
Yep.
She's gonna grab the chest.
Oh, if you forgot that, you better have believed
Oh,
everyone
no,
snooping
no,
around.
Don't worry, she's gonna take it.
Keenly aware of this fact, Thava removes the large traveling chest from the room.
Wonderful.
But yes, you have a wonderful evening.
Hey!
Is there anything else that anyone would like to do? Otherwise, you may take a long rest.
Oh.
And the morning
There'll be
will...
no long resting tonight.
You... Okay, I mean... Rinn wakes up with 1 point of exhaustion.
Wow! Okay, you know what?
Here,
fucking take it.
Here.
Worth it.
It was fucking worth it.
Okay. You wake up with 1 point of exhaustion after not really getting a good night's sleep, but having a good night. There's a difference.
There you go.
And your group can reconvene in the morning with the first dawn of the sun.
So did Thava wind up rooming with Bud or no?
I mean, what room was Rinn previously in?
Rinn was previously in the room with Reyka and Niah.
Yeah, the girls' room. Besides you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just assumed that, Thava went in there. Alright.
Yeah. Wherever
just-
her room was.
Okay.
Sleeping on Rinn's bed, it's like covered in hay a little bit, and big long orange hairs all over the sheets.
Oh, God, okay. I thought I was going to be not very happy, but, it is what it is, I guess. It's one night.
As you guys begin to rise for the day, the first individuals that come out of their rooms, you find Gundren standing at the top of the railing that would lead down the stairs into the inn. His arms crossed, his wide-brimmed hat on his head, looking, for the first time in several days, as if he is full of vigor once again. And whoever wakes up first, he immediately begins to beckon you in to talk, which I would assume are probably Reyka and Bud.
Yeah, definitely Reyka's awake.
Yes, sir.
Right and shine.
When Reyka and Bud wake up, you still hear a noise coming from Rinn's room.
Oh my God.
5 in the morning.
What in the world
Eyebrow
are you doing there,
waggle?
Reyka?
Eyebrow waggle.
Yeah, Thava probably didn't sleep particularly well either, to be honest with you. I'm just imagining super bloodshot eyes.
Sounds like they're jumping on the bed. That sounds fun.
God.
Maybe when you're older, bud.
Hell yeah, I'll do that now.
Oh, you
By the
sweet summer child.
Gundren gathering your party over the course of the morning.
No one has the heart to tell Bud.
No,
Like,
fuck
no.
no. We're not having a birds and the bees conversation right now. Actually, who would be a better person to tell that to Bud, like Thava or Synas?
Oh.
Could you imagine either one of them having to explain to Thava?
God, no, thank you.
No, thank you.
Wade would probably do it sometime.
I was gonna say, like, if
Oh my
anyone is
God.
going to tell Bud, it's going to be Rinn.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, really?
very
He's
probably.
not going to ask either.
Yeah. No.
Not Niah, huh? Okay.
I wish the Discord was picking up all your laughter, Rinn.
No, you can't hear my giggles.
No,
No.
I can hear you upstairs.
At that point, I just imagine like Sinister Thava being like, "Don't worry about it, Rinn. We'll cover that later."
Yeah. And you know what? Niah would be a funny one too, considering what Niah is.
Mm-hmm.
What a fox!
Uh,
An
Okay.
absolute fucking fox!
okay, that's okay. Good point.
Not where I was going with that, but okay.
I wasn't going up for that either. I think me and Wyld were on the same page, but you know.
Either way,
Yeah,
after
I still don't get it.
after a bit of wrangling the cats, as it were,
Oh, I wrangled that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Gundren,
Oh my god!
Wow.
you take 6 points of psychic damage.
Some unknown
Some
force.
unknown force just divine skeleton death blasts you in the side of the head.
Just as long as I didn't get that feeling of somebody watching me last night.
Not during that, no. Gundren eventually corrals your bunch into the room that he has been using. Well, some of you look in very good spirits this morning. Some of you don't look like you slept.
Despite that, Rinn is glowing.
So, I'm ready to go when you are. Been reviewing the map. I think I can get us down to the cave itself. Pretty, well, I'm not gonna say easily because I'll jinx myself, but shouldn't be too hard with what my brothers provided here.
Well, we may have a tool that might help us get there, but some of the group is a bit hesitant for using it. I
Such
believe it points
as?
to Wave Echo Cave, though. And Synas will take out the stones and arrange them and show that they seem to point.
Gundren watches this happen with one bushy eyebrow raised, running a hand through his beard over and over.
Are
And
they
then
pointing in roughly the location you think the cave is?
pretty sure that's correct, yep. I think you found yourself a compass.
Well, it's available if we need it.
Well, it'll be at least easy to not get lost in the hills. But as far as getting down there, well, unless that thing points you downward easily, I don't know how helpful it'll be.
Niah just kind of chuckles, and we might take a detour while you were recovering.
I did hear the boys across the hall talking about your group killing a dragon. You
We
actually...
fucking did.
Thava's just gonna like grab the tooth necklace that she has and just kind of like, you know, hold it out.
Well, look at you all. You're no longer the little whippersnappers of adventurers. I thought you were your proper adventurers now. You've killed a fucking dragon. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Huh. I never thought that of you. Well, Now I'm even more confident of our ability to clear out this place.
Well, don't be too confident, because it is still possibly the end of all things. So be careful.
Yeah, that name got brought up. I have no idea what it means, but the
Oh,
Harpers...
it means the end of the world. That's my thought.
Sure, could mean that. Could be that some group of wizards 500 years ago named something very dangerous sounding so that people wouldn't go poking their noses where it's not belonging. But that's not what dwarves do. I agreed with the Harpers. If there's something dangerous down there, I will relinquish whatever's happening. But it is the score of a lifetime. So, my ancestors would sneer at me if I didn't try.
Alright, well.
Which does bring me to the
Do
next
it
question.
for a bunch of bearded dead guys, then.
Well, don't be so reductive, Rinn.
No, I meant I'm happy to.
You didn't sound it.
No, sorry, my inflection was a little off.
But, either way, are you all ready to go? Nothing else to wrap up here?
Reyka nods ready.
I
Right?
think we're as ready as we're going to be.
Well.
There is one thing I didn't do.
Oh, what's that?
Well, I was hoping to pry Lord Ocean Petal of any more information he might have, but he could just be an idiot, so
You did sound like you had a hunch there.
he did. I do.
Could wait an hour or two to let you do that if you want.
Alrighty then.
That's up to you and your group, but between you and me, the cave's not the furthest walk from here. It's actually pretty close.
And?
Well, as
Is
in,
that-
if you know, take a few hours this morning, we'll still be there by sundown with plenty of time to spare.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I can swallow my pride and go do that.
Well, off with you then. Days a wasting.
Alright, she'll start humming her own theme music and get the fuck out of there. And head towards Lord Ocean Petal's
I assume
haberdashery.
I should not be accompanying Rinn.
Oh,
Would be a bad idea.
maybe actually,
Up to you. Who do you want to come with you?
I need my partner in crime.
Okay.
Okay. You guys
Bad
watch.
idea, she is exhausted.
You guys watch Bud and Rinn cruise on out of the inn. The finery shop is set up just across the square and appears to be actually what would look to be a full-on storefront now. Though, as you approach, it doesn't seem like he has much set up in there yet. There's some, like, necklaces and frilly things in the window that look like they might go accessorizingly with a nice outfit, but not much beyond that yet.
He doesn't have any outfits?
Well, do you go inside? There's not really a giant window on the front.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to dust the dragon blood and dirt off of my dress and walk in. Before I do, I'm gonna look at Bud and I'm gonna say, do you remember your name? Do you remember who you
Looking
are?
in my notes right now from all our sessions. Hold on.
You're the
Actually-
Baron of Windenheim. That's right. You're a fantastic dancer,
Mhm.
and you...
And you're Anastasia, Duchess of Ratberry.
That's true. That's very true.
You two are burying yourself so deep. Good God.
And all we're here to do is see if this oaf has got any information about who else is interested in the Wayveko Cave. If he's working for anyone who's got interest, if it leads back to the, is it Duke of Winter? Neverwinter? What was it?
His name is Ambersore.
That's the one. Embersore. Yeah, so let me do most of the talking unless there's something important.
Dre, did I really interact with Ocean Petal last time or no?
The majority of your interaction was him passing off his super drunk dance partner to you and butting into your extremely good dance session with Rinn.
Right. That's right.
So he doesn't know.
He specifically
any...
maneuvered away from you to have Rinn to himself during the party, or tried to at least.
So he doesn't really know, like who I am in relation to Rinn, like in any capacity.
Not that you're aware of.
Okay. So
Okay.
he may. So it sounds like he may be a little jealous.
Maybe. Who knows if she thinks that you're my suitor or something. But the biggest, most important thing, Bud, is you need to be my yes man. My yes and man. Do you understand?
Yes,
If I-
ma'am.
Make something up, you've got to roll with it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. Let's do it.
All right. Let's walk in there. I assume there's a bell on the door.
Yeah, as the door opens, there is a ding of a bell, and you see standing in the midst of a what kind of looks like a JCPenney storefront, but empty. Fantasy JCPenney. There's clothing racks, but no clothes on them. There's necklace displays, but no necklaces.
This just sounds like JCPenney.
And he's going about, and as the bell tings, his head perks up and flicks around, that blonde hair flicking very just marvelously. And
does he look like Prince Charming or
he
something?
he
from
looks,
Shrek?
yeah, 100%.
Okay, great.
He gets this big grin. He's wearing a double pleated vest and very lovely slacks and a bow tie. All reds and blues and very just nice clothing overall. And he goes, Lady Anastasia and her friend.
God.
Well, in my shop. Oh, the delight is mine. Good morning. What can I do for you?
Dearest, my dear Ocean Petal, I'm so happy to finally have found some time to talk to you.
I was wondering. I saw you leave town but the other day, and it struck me with pure despair. Oh. But it is so wonderful to see you're okay.
I came here hoping you might have some stock for me to change out of these rags, but it seems that you're taking a bit of time getting things together,
Well, it's not necessarily my fault entirely. You see, the 4 individuals who came here with me absconded in the middle of the night, leaving me alone to put all this together. Unbelievable. I can't believe what my father will pay for. Worthless.
Oh. What individuals were they? Did you hire them from the village here, or?
No, my father sent them with me. He had said, I will send you with some men to set up a shop in this wonderful town of Fandalin. I've heard it's a great frontier town. Blah, 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 father. It's a little shithole in the middle of nowhere. But I do as the family patriarch says. And here I am. And here I am alone, unfortunately. So yes, I am a tad behind. But I am an Ocean Petal, and I will not be dismayed.
You don't happen to have anything in the back that I could take a look at?
Nothing quite as resplendent as someone of your beauty would require, my lady.
A shame. All right then. Well,
But if you would like a tour, I could certainly give you one.
sure.
It's not much. And Bud with your passive insight, you can tell that he's like shooting looks at you with a very like raised brow, like, who is this guy?
Oh, excuse me, Ocean Petal. How rude of me. This is my friend, Lord. Her mind goes blank for a second. The Baron of Windenheim.
If Bud says in Elvish in this kind of voice, "At your service."
That's right. He doesn't have an accent when he's talking in Elvish.
And make a deception check first of all.
Me or him?
You.
Me? Perfect.
Yeah, at disadvantage because of your exhaustion.
Do I get advantage because of how I'm carrying myself?
I'm not having you make a roll.
Okay.
I'm having her make a roll.
Oh my god. I did not know that.
First level of exhaustion gives you a disadvantage on all ability checks.
Okay.
Good luck.
Well, one of those was a natural 20, and the other one's a total of 18.
Okay, well, you know,
Nice.
Nice.
that ain't bad at all.
Nice work.
He nods a little bit. I see. Oh, this must be the fellow who you came to the ball with. Of course, I recognize him. Well, either way, come. And he hesitantly starts walking you along the shop, which is very humble in size. It is built out of what was a cottage, which he has now repurposed into half storefront, half living space. So there's basically like a studio apartment space in the back. And he basically gives you this long diatribe about the nice fineries that he's here to sell, and the shipments that will come eventually from Waterdeep, from his father's store, and that this is his main first venture, setting up a shop of his own.
See. His father's store. So, what does his father run? Is it in Neverwinter, I assume?
Sorry, asking, and I had to cough. I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
Oh! I was asking, what store does his father run back in Neverwinter?
My father runs the Great Ocean Petal Finery in the center of Waterdeep.
I see.
Far away, but very exotic nonetheless.
So, you came here for your own family's enterprise, then?
Correct.
Or did you have other business in town?
No, this was... every young man of the Ocean Petal family has to open their own finery store at some point. It's a tradition. My father sent me here for mine. As unbecoming as it might be, it's a start.
And why here, exactly?
He didn't really say. He just said that it would be a great spot. I don't...
Check.
Go ahead. I don't question my father, per se, on such things.
God damn it, that's a 5.
He's... Seems like he's telling the truth. Very, very, very much so.
Yeah, with a 5, I can't exactly rely on that.
Not really, no.
Oh, so your father makes the business decisions in the family, then?
He is the primary owner of the Ocean Petal brand, yes. He's very successful.
There seems to be quite a few eyes on this little town lately, and it gets me wondering. There's something going on that has yet to fully reach my ears.
Well, my father had said similar, that there were many individuals looking to go to Fandalen, that word is potentially someone might maybe have found an ancient cavern around here somewhere, full of riches and gold and dragons, and I don't remember what else.
Dragons, you say?
Stories. The common folk tell stories of dragons buried under their very feet to instill fear in their children to get home at time for bed. I doubt it.
But as a haberdashery owner, you have no interest in such mining ventures.
No, not at all. Mining is not my thing. It never has been, it never will be, and my entire family is all about looking your best and doing your best. Really, that's the crux of it.
Out of curiosity, Ocean Petal, what did your workers look like who scuttled away last night?
Oh, the same old boring individuals. Just peasant workers, dock workers, leathers, you know the type. Usually always dirty. Didn't even bother learning their names. No time for such things. They just took off in the middle of the night, out into the snow.
Humans?
I think so. One of them might have been a half-elf, but...
Okay. Well,
They never really spoke to me much on the journey out here anyway. They kept to themselves. Very, closed-off bunch, I would say. But I suppose you have to be that type to travel on the road often, huh?
maybe they were just looking for a free and safe ride here.
Well, there's nothing safe about this place. Well, I mean, safe enough that the guards are here, but... out in the middle of the wilderness, anything can happen to you. We almost got attacked by undead on our way up here in the first place.
Oh, ghastly. Undead.
The Mirror of Dead Men down there. Patrols from Neverwinter usually take care of it, but sometimes you get a moving corpse on the road. Can you imagine? Ugh. Ghastly.
Well, Lord Ocean Petal, wanted to check in on you, and seeing as how you have much work to do, perhaps I should leave you to it.
Unfortunately, as much as I would love to sit here and regale you with the tales of my family and the beauty of Waterdeep, I do have much work to do. Perhaps I will find you later and we can share in some wine.
Oh, I would love that.
And he...
And,
Bud like nods respectfully to Ocean Petal and says in Elvish, "Thank you so much for having given us a tour of your fine establishment."
He glances at you as he's like in the middle of starting to do like a overly dramatic bow, and he goes, "Does your little friend actually know Common? Or does he only speak in, well, not Common?"
he can understand it, but he prefers to speak in Elvish.
I see. A beautiful language. What a learned individual. And he resumes his long and deep bow, gently taking your hand, Rinn, and kissing it on the back and grinning at you. Until we meet again.
I roll to contain a disgusted shiver.
Performance.
Yeah.
I say to him, and Ocean Petal, darling,
Oh, yes.
if you hear anything, any gossip or murmurings of anything going on around here, if I'm the first to know, I can make it your while.
Oh, absolutely. I would love that. I'm sure we can make a date out of it. And he just grins at you like really big. This guy's got a really big grin.
Yeah.
Oh, what have you done?
Jawline for days.
Yeah.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And he bids you adieu and goes back to unpacking things in a very grumpy, noble manner.
Noble.
Where he's like doing work, but he's more complaining about the work he's doing, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Rinn turns to leave. And the moment that they're out of earshot,
But
she
Bud
goes-
gives one more like dramatic bow like, before like exiting.
Yeah, Rinn will do a little curtsy.
Puts his hand like over his chest, like as he
Mhm.
bows, you know. Right? They just...
As soon as they're out of earshot, she goes, Oh, that was such a fucking waste of time. Let's go see Gundren.
So while they stepped away,
Mhm.
Niah would have approached Gundren quietly and asked to speak to him alone.
Sure. You can go off to the side with you.
Mhm.
Maybe down one of the hallways in the inn upstairs there.
Gundren, I have a concern.
Lay it on me. I'd like to hear.
I don't believe this. The stories we've heard about the creature at the end of all things is a fabrication. I think there is something truly down there.
You see? Well, given what I know of all of you, and with the Harper following us along, I think if it gets too dangerous, we can leave, but I just hate to think of leaving that place to this black spider individual as well. I mean, what if he means to open it?
That's what I wanted to speak to you about. We need to make sure that gate stays closed.
Well, I'll make you a deal. Admittedly, I'm not the best fighter, so I will be leaving the exploration of the area proper to you and your friends. But if something comes up, and it does look like we're all too in over our heads, we can make a break for it. I won't argue with you. You've made your case plenty serious over the many months I've known you.
As he says that, Niah kind of takes her head takes a sharp turn to the side and kind of in a huff.
Oh, well, don't get all
I
uppity
don't
about it.
believe it has to remain sealed. Has to.
Right. Well, let's make a better assessment of it once we're down there and know what you're dealing with.
Mm-hmm. And Niah just kind of quietly nods their head. Obvious signs of distress, but not actually saying anything more.
I may be stubborn, but I do trust you and your friend's judgment. Most of them. There's a reason I picked all of you for this, so...
Niah just chuckles as he says that.
Yeah, I know who you're thinking of.
You're not in this conversation, Rinn.
Fuck you, old man.
Fuck you, Rinn.
Wow.
It's how a dwarf and a Scottish influencer show their love.
Reconvening your party back together, unless there's anything your group would like to do in the probably half hour that Rinn was gone. Gundren will gather his things and prompt you all to do the same. And Izithar pops out of his room as he hears people grabbing their equipment and such, looking ready to go himself, cinching his loot onto his back. And we can take a short break here as we get ready to go into the wilderness.
Alright.
Come back together in 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
I gotta pee.
Hello, we're back. Okay. So,
Dinosaur story.
yes, we're back at Dinosaur Story. I don't think there's any dinosaurs where you're going.
Ah,
Maybe. Your party gathers, and Gundren begins to lead the way out of Fandalen. All told, you have yourselves plus Gundren and Izithar along with you.
Great. Nice. Are we walking, or we got like a cart, or horses?
I think we're going up into like the hills.
You
and stuff.
guys are going up into the rather large hill space that resides behind Fandalen, which is somewhat treacherous, especially given the snowfall that has occurred.
Okay, so on foot then.
On foot then, yeah.
Okay.
Gundren taking the lead. It takes a fair amount of time given the snow and the altitude change as you guys go from where normally there are quite hilly plains in this area. This is like proper hiking hills. There's no trails. It is just a slog through snow and dirt as you guys head along into the foothills of the Sword Mountains. If anyone would like to help Gundren, you can make a survival check.
I would love to, with the help of like the crystal compass.
I will let you make that at advantage.
Heck yeah.
Using that little set of crystals.
You said survival, right?
Survival.
Damn. I didn't know you, Synas, you got like a +6 on there.
There we go. Natural 20.
Oh!
26.
Wow.
Wow. All right. Yeah.
Nothing can stop us now.
You guys go from meandering your way along somewhat steep cliff faces. Well, not quite cliff faces. Very, very, very long sloping hills. And with Synas and Gundren's aid, primarily Synas taking the lead with the use of that crystal compass, which keeps you on track, you guys actually manage to shave a couple hours off of your journey, as you do not get any chance to get lost up in these hills. That was going to be a couple more survival checks, but on a natural 20, I mean... Yeah, it's going to take you practically right there.
We got compasses, we got 3, warrior people.
Yeah, you guys managed to find yourselves heading toward the base of one of the towering peaks of the Sword Mountains. I'm talking like 14er level mountains. These are huge mountains. Along one of the sweeping valley areas, Gundren marks his way along the sloping base where the cliffs begin to show. And it takes him some time, but with the help of Synas guiding with the compass, he clears away a series of small boulders that have been stacked up that open into a cave entrance, a cave mouth. I will reveal here map. Where that's not what I selected. No new map yet. No new map. No. I can just select
No
this.
map for you.
No map for you. Come back 1 year.
No map for you.
Come back 1 year. There we are. Wayvako Cave. You find not too far from the town of Fandalen itself, in fact. Tucked away between many rising valleys and very much off the beaten path. Synas with a survival check that is natural 20, 26. One thing you also notice that looks to have been intentionally buried. A fairly large group of footprints reveals itself to you in the form of a sunken snow pattern.
Oh.
You're not sure how many individuals, but it is over 10 different
We're not the first ones here then.
boot tracks.
Can I tell roughly maybe how long they've been here, given how hard it's been snowing?
Maybe a day. Maybe
I'm
less.
passing that along to the group for sure. Yeah, we're not alone.
I wonder if those people we saw at Cragmill Castle were with these folks.
Probably not a bad guess.
Gundren rubs at his beard a few times, getting the frost and snow out of it. Well, might be that this blasted black spider fellows brought some reinforcements then. That doesn't bode well, but... Alright, give me some light. And he pulls out the series of maps that are stowed away in that scroll tube. As he begins to head into the cave. If we're not the first ones here, then we better get a move on. Without knowing where to go, they're probably lost. So we could still probably beat them. We've got, and he unfolds the map, and it shows, once again, almost like a spaghetti level of different pathways and lines that go through different tunnels and link up to one another and loop back on themselves.
Who's the smartest person here?
The smartest? Like intelligence?
Yes.
Hi. 14.
Ooh. During the next, long rest or time that we have, a lot of downtime, do you think it would be a good idea to, sit down and just, study this thing in the event that we ever lose it? At least maybe someone will have a bit of it memorized.
Not a bad idea, actually.
Uncharacteristic smart thing for Rinn to suggest, but...
I mean, yeah.
Thought.
For next time we rest, yeah.
Insight says
I'll
to
try and
the-
make a note and remember for Synas to maybe do that.
Alright.
And on that note, Gundren begins leading you along, and Synas, how are you using the crystals? Are you just holding them in the palm of your hand kind of thing?
Yeah, they'd kind of just be holding them in front of him, cupped in his hands.
Okay. Gundren begins to lead you all into what feels like a absolute labyrinth of tunnels. There are offshoots, there are crisscrossing spots, there are all sorts of easy ways that one could get lost. The walls are cleanly carved. The roof is maybe 10 feet high. It is deathly silent once you get away from the wind and the snow. And it leaves you all just in... Not that one. In the dark on what is a obviously descending pathway. The crystals, as you're holding them, the further along you guys seem to go, walking 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours deeper into this cave network, the crystals seem to start to tilt upward in your hand, as if the points of them are angling downward, or almost giving you a three-dimensional guide, in a way. And while it's not super accurate because you're not sure how far down you're looking to go, it at least does keep your group mostly on track. If I could get another survival check for this leg of the journey.
I'm
Well,
assuming
you,
for me
Synas.
again.
All
Synas at
Yeah,
advantage.
Sure, why not? It's a 17. Ooh, that's a natural one. We're gonna go with 17.
Okay. That's good, because Gundren rolled like crap.
Yeah, I'm not the best down here. I don't like it underground.
What? The Star Seeker doesn't like me underground?
Yeah, no, this is. I don't like it. Nope, not a fan.
Not a fan.
What, can you only navigate the stars?
Well, hey, that's stereotypical, but yes.
You guys march for what you approximate to be the rest of the day. You have been going since, 9, 10 a.m. Took you a couple hours to get out to the mouth of the cave, and you work your way down maybe 6 hours of marching. Gundren goes through cross-referencing sheet after sheet, flipping them over, He's not sure if he had one upside down, maybe. A little worried about that, but as you guys descend further in an almost long, slow spiral that arcs in and out of itself through this labyrinth, those of you who are magic users, Rinn, Niah, Synas, you begin to feel this odd underlying tingling in the air. Just a very charged nature to the air here. As if your connection with the weave and with magic itself feels... that connection itself feels odd and a bit strange.
In a bad way?
In a uncertain way. In one of the winding tunnels leading down, Gundren proclaims a solid, "Okay, we're not too far, I think. Maybe another hour, but we should stop and rest. It's been a lot, and I don't want us to push it too hard."
Especially since someone is exhausted. Niah says, looking at Rinn.
Hey, baby. It's worth it.
Right, okay. Oh, here. And he points out a bit of an alcove on the side of one of the tunnels that looks like a tunnel that had been started to be dug, but they stopped for one reason or another. So it's just like a sheer dugout section in the side of the path. And he goes about settling down for the evening. What would you all like to do? It is pitch black without light. There is the sound of rocks falling here and there around you. But other than that, it is just yourselves deep, deep underground.
Bud is gonna lean down and like scritch Bolt's back of his ears and just be like,
Hey, Bolt, how you doing, buddy? It's really creepy in here. Do you sense anything?
Well, I'm a bit tingly all over, but nothing else.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Kind of weird though.
Hey, Dre.
Hey.
You just mentioned that Thava doesn't feel anything, right?
I think you would to a degree, but
It's mostly pure spellcasters.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
The overall sense of unease seems to pervade everyone. Izithar pulls his lute off his back and starts kind of nervous plucking a few basic chord progressions.
Well, whatever's down here, it's... I mean, I don't even know how you'd find this place on accident. This is... a maze. This is insane. I've never
Probably
been
the
this
point.
deep. Never been this deep. It's kind of freaky.
Oh, you been here before, Easy?
No, never been this deep. Never been this low. I don't like
Oh, I
underground
just
that
mean you've
much.
been here. You've been, like, in this area before.
Well, yeah, but not
Not this deep.
in a mountain. I don't like going under the mountains that much.
To which you hear
See
Gundren
why.
audibly scoff a little bit. Well, you lot should get some rest. Be ready for whatever tomorrow will be. And Gundren kind of just slumps against the wall, pulls his wide-brimmed hat down over his face, and tries to get himself some rest.
Wait, do we not have like a fire or anything?
He didn't build one.
Well, I'm going
You're
to
also-
create bonfire.
You're also in a very enclosed space,
Oh,
deep
never mind.
underground with nowhere for smoke to go.
Wait, how enclosed?
The space
There's
is like 10 feet by 10 feet, and then the walking path that you've been going down.
Consider oxygen deprivation as well.
Okay.
So remind me, weren't we gonna meet his brothers?
You haven't run into
There was
them
no
so
sign of
far.
them. We couldn't find anything about them anywhere. Nobody knew where to begin.
Well, weren't we thinking we were gonna find them at here?
We hoped that would happen, but nobody really.
Yeah.
You certainly haven't seen any sign of them.
Okay.
Considering how like contentious this place has been, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody. But we won't go there for now.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to try and set up an alarm, at least around part of the camp. I know there's a lot of us and it's a tight area, but as best I can.
Yep. You go ahead and cast alarm, ritual cast alarm for the evening.
You know what I'm gonna do, just because we're in this area, just for the hell of it, and right before we rest, I want to do Divine Sense and see if I detect any kind of,
Okay. As that pulse goes out, I need to read the wording on Divine Sense again.
It says you can sense anything affected by the Hollow spell.
Mm-hmm.
Know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet.
Is it blocked by walls?
It says not behind total cover, so yeah,
Okay.
I guess so.
Yeah. You don't pick up anything in the immediate vicinity.
Okay. I don't like that you said that, though, Dre. Like, does it get blocked by walls?
I just need to
Find the
know.
specifics. Be on edge.
The DM is asking for specific information.
When the DM asks for specific information,
I mean,
can I just say yes? Can I say it?
Can I just say yes? I'm trusting you to know what your spells do.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. Yeah, it gets blocked by walls potentially.
Yeah, so you don't pick anything up.
Okay.
Is there anything else your group would like to do before you try to rest in this pitch dark area?
Reyka's just gonna try to get comfortable, and even though she's feeling uneasy, she's just gonna curl up in a little ball, use her pack as a pillow, and she's just gonna pull out a second bundle of that aromatic grass and just kind of hold it to her, nose
yes.
Aww.
as she closes her
no,
eyes.
little baby. Does she wrap her little tail around her too?
Sure.
Your party settles in for the evening. Would you like to do your normal watch groups?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rinn and...
How do we tell time?
Yeah.
Every watch has somebody who's got dark vision, right? In it?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
definitely do.
Okay.
Yep. So, Rinn and Niah, you're up first. Give me some perception checkage.
All right.
Yes.
You know what to do.
Ah. 20.
Oh, 20.
Giddy up.
Dirty
Ooh.
20. Yes.
Throughout your watch, you keep hearing in the distance the sound of footsteps. They sort of sound like they're approaching sometimes, but then sound like they're going away. The tunnel behind you, the tunnel in front of you, echo here and there with things. It's hard to tell if it's the sound of boots or the sounds of rocks falling in certain cases. You definitely don't feel like you're alone down here, but nothing seems to be actively approaching.
All right, I will convey that to the next watch.
As your watch goes by with seemingly no issue, waking up Thava and Synas for their watch, the quote-unquote midnight watch.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
I'm assuming it's another help type situation here.
Yeah.
That's going to be 21.
21. Okay. As your watch continues, you hear much the same as Niah had described. You also pick up very faintly, adding to it, the sounds of waves crashing? Like the sound of the surf crashing against the shoreline in the far distance.
You might say it's like some waves echoing in the distance.
He's figured it out.
Oh,
I
I
Figured
solved
it
the
out.
puzzle, guys.
Solved the
I
whole
beat
puzzle.
D&D.
Man, crazy. Yes, very, very
Roll
faintly.
credits.
You roll credits. Very faintly in the distance, you hear what could pass as the sounds of surf. Interspersed, not very common, about once every 2 minutes, but very regular. Very, very regular.
Is it tide?
But nothing else seems to be obvious to you. You can finish your watch without any issue and wake up Reyka and Bud, who can give me perception checks if they would like.
I can.
All right.
If you don't have dark vision, disadvantage.
I have 15. Do you have dark vision, Bud?
No, I don't. But that's gonna be a 9.
9. Bud, you primarily focus on hearing things. And much like the previous groups, the sounds of little pebbles falling here and there, creating light in the surroundings, echoing off the stone walls. Reyka, you pick up on the same thing. You pick up on maybe a distant yell? It's hard to say. But it does feel very ominous.
What kind of yell are we talking about? Like a fear yell, pain yell, a hey there yell?
It has a very frightened tone to it.
Okay.
Humanoid?
Hard to say, really. On a 15. But it sounds like it was further down the passage ahead of you all.
Now, is this in addition to the footsteps in the waves, or are we only hearing the
When it's
yelling
now that it's pointed out
sounds?
to you, the wave sounds, the odd footstep sounds that might be rocks, that might be boots, you can pick out all of those.
Okay.
They're not constant all the time, other than the wave sounds, but they are there. But the rest of your watch goes uneventful, and you can all gain the benefits of a long rest, and Rinn can get rid of her point of exhaustion.
I forgot about that. Oh, good.
Gundren stirring your party, digging into some field rations for their breakfast in the dark. Those without dark vision, Gundren and Izithar, one of them lighting up a torch, probably Izithar. After 10-15 minutes of preparation, Gundren nods to you all and begins to head along once again.
Just checking. It's just Thava and Bud that don't have dark vision, right?
Bud and
Well.
Rinn don't have dark vision.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because you're a weird dragonborn. Right,
Don't
okay.
ask questions.
Don't ask questions.
I'm not asking a question. I'm making observations.
Ah, science.
Wait. Who's a weird dragonborn?
She carries around a chest. She tries to eat poisoned meat.
And
She's
she can see in
weird.
the dark.
Yeah,
She's
she's
in the
weird.
dark and she's not supposed to.
Hey, listen, see in the dark isn't something that somebody notices very easily unless they're
It's
really
true.
paying attention.
Dragonborn don't have dark
Uh-huh.
vision.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you guys, I mean, you're not Dragonborn, you probably don't know this stuff. It's fine.
To be fair, Bud's a weird dragonborn too.
It's true.
Okay,
Rinn.
that's fair. So it's just
Yeah,
Rinn
yeah.
who can't.
It's just Rinn.
Rinn very much would not be aware of it.
Gundren leads your group along, and the cave begins to narrow to about one person's width. You basically need to walk single file. And I'm gonna need a marching order from you guys.
Oh, great.
You know, I've completely forgot about already memorizing that map. Good job.
Oh,
Oh, I'm so good.
We can retcon that if you would like, because you guys did want to sit down and plan to do that.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be too hard to
I can go.
go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say making copies of the maps wouldn't be too hard per se. It would just take your watch probably to at least get them out of the way. But your keen kitty ears would pick up on the waves either way.
question. Should we have, Synas, do you think you should cast, Pass Without a Trace on us while we're doing this?
That was actually why I was asking about the dark vision, because I'm swapping spells just slightly at the end of a long rest, and I was between Pass Without a Trace and dark vision. Luckily, I went with Pass Without a Trace. So yeah, I am actually going to do that. That's a good idea.
Who all does have dark vision, though? I know it's me. Is it Niah?
Yes, Niah has it.
Everybody's got it but me and Bud.
And Bud.
Oh, okay.
Me.
Yeah, Pass Without a Trace is up. And for marching order, I'll be in the front since I've still got the little compass crystals to kind of help.
I can
feel
be
like
in
I
the
should-
second position.
I feel like Rinn and I should be somewhere in the middle, and the people with the dark visions should be like toward the front and back, maybe.
So
I
maybe me and Reyka in the back?
Yeah. DM, could I hold a casting of Dancing Lights
Until when?
until something scares me?
I mean, Izithar has a torch out. Your party
Oh, he
is
does.
fairly illuminated. Because
Never
Izithar and
mind.
Gundren don't have dark vision either.
Here I was thinking that we were just walking into the dark.
Oh, no. No.
We good.
Okay, so, marching order. Izithar and Gundren do bring up the full rear, all the way in the back.
Oh, Gundren's going in the back.
He's, like, just in front of Izithar. Izithar is taking the rear.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I guess I can still take front though.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'll follow behind.
I'm cool with being up near the front as well.
Well, how's about we jump on over to a map then? And it's
Everyone loves maps.
it's a big one. So
Well, especially when you hand make it.
I'm gonna drag you guys down here. We
Wow,
are-
I had to zoom out so far before I could actually
This
see where
is
we were.
this is a big
Oh my
map.
god,
It's a big map.
we're gonna be here for months.
So, go ahead and arrange yourselves as you would like. Your tokens should all be there with the right health numbers.
That's actually pretty accurate for what I wanted to
Okay.
be.
Yeah, that's what I would vote for. Yeah.
Then
Yeah, that seems fair.
Bolt
Question,
cutting
do
in
my-
line.
Oh wait, you're putting me at the very back? I don't have a great perception.
you're not the back technically. What's up, Reyka?
Do my little buggies, can I just bring them out, like, on a whim? And
Yeah.
do they create any light other than their tiny...
They would create very faint light. They'd be like little tiny fireflies, levels of light, basically.
Okay. Well, I'd like to bring out a small group of them and have them just hang out on my horns to give me just a little bit of local light.
Sure. Yeah. You get with enough of them, you cast like 5 foot of light around you, basically illuminating your square for lack of a better descriptor. In a nice
It'll
little,
help out the non-dark vision people behind me.
yeah, nice little blue light.
At least we can see where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, you are in a tight cavern, which Synas ahead of you appears to begin to open into a larger space.
Rinn, weren't you in a tight cavern the other day?
Wow.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
Oh, I sure was, Reyka.
Wow.
Let me go into great detail.
Oh my fucking god.
Where's my 1D? Where's my D12?
Would you want to do that?
Rinn, take 6 points of psychic damage.
That was Reyka!
You yes-anded it.
So at this point, I'm thinking, with how tight this long tunnel is, can I do like a perception check to see if there's been any footprints?
Yeah, go ahead. You can make a perception or survival check. I think they're probably
They're
both the same.
+6.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
Yeah, it's 17.
17. You do notice, looking down at the ground here, the old dust of this place has been disturbed in many, many spots by several sets of footprints that lead into the cave.
Well, we're not
Just
in the
in.
lead.
Just in, none out.
Oh no, music change.
As far as Synas can tell, they all seem to head inward. They all seem to be normal boot prints.
I'm gonna slide a couple feet forward.
Mm-hmm.
This is a big map.
Yeah, it's large.
Oh,
Synas, as you approach into this first area, I'll go ahead and describe it for you here.
oh no, there's definitely nothing of importance around here to maybe my left.
No, that would not be the case. The entrance tunnel leads into a large cavern, supported by natural pillars of rock containing 3 stalagmites. In the western part of the cave, you spy behind one of the columns of rock 3 bedrolls and a heap of ordinary supplies, sacks of flour perhaps, maybe, at this distance. Looks like a pile of gear. You also seem to see a body laying in front of the pile of supplies.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let the group know to be, cautious. We're definitely not alone here.
I'm gonna cast dancing lights just to give us a little bit more.
Okay. Your lights flitter around into the space, illuminating dimly around them.
We should probably check out on the left is my vote, because what
Yep.
the hell?
You also notice, as you enter, the northeastern section of this cavern looks to have collapsed. There appears to be a small chasm that has opened that drops off past your line of sight there. There appears to be a sturdy hemp rope tied off to a piton at the top of the edge of the cliff there, leading down.
Hmm.
As you approach closer to this campsite on the left, you do see the body of what appears to be a dwarf.
Oh, hey.
Gundren pushes his way past the group and approaches, taking his hat off, as Thava, specifically, you do recognize this individual to be Thardan Rockseeker, Gundren's brother. One of Gundren's brothers. He is laying face down in a pool of blood, slammed against a bunch of supplies in the corner.
We were too slow.
Gundren shakily sighs as he puts a hand on his perished brother's shoulder. Well, that would explain why they hadn't checked in.
Oh, Gundren, I'm so sorry.
Reyka puts a hand on his shoulder.
We'll make this right. We all knew it was dangerous getting into this.
Is it possible to tell maybe how long he's been dead for?
Sure, make a medicine check for me.
Ooh, not great at those.
I'm surprised.
12.
On a 12.
Still +4, but I'm not proficient in it, so
Mhm.
it's like, you know.
On
Humble
a
brag, I'm not great at that.
humble brag, I'm not great. On a 12, you see that there are several wounds on his back, which appear to be stab wounds, and he has several cuts on his torso and neck. He looks like he's been dead 4 or 5 days.
If he's been dead for a while, then whoever did this is likely rooted in somewhere up ahead.
I wouldn't put it past it to be this damn black spider. This wasn't how I was expecting this to start off, but you lot go on ahead. I'll start getting him together.
He was a good man, Gundren. We'll make sure to avenge him.
Damn right you will. And Izithar looks at all of you a bit worriedly. I'm gonna stay here and I'll catch up with you in just a few minutes. I don't want him to be alone. If you're all right with that.
Second question about the campsite.
Yep.
Kind of what I'm standing near here. Is it able to tell if that's the brother's blood, or is this a second trail of blood?
Looking at that trail,
I know that'd be kind of probably hard to judge.
make an investigation check.
Oh no, I'm even worse at those. He says, rolling a 12 again.
Judging by the way the dwarf is laying, that doesn't look like his blood. The other patches of blood look indicative of where he would have been attacked, but this blood looks like it's heading in a different direction, like it was dragged in a different direction.
Gundren has 2 brothers, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other might still be alive then. Point out the discrepancy between the two
May
blood
wanna-
patterns.
May want to say that a little more delicately.
It's Synas. He's
It's
as
Synas.
delicate as he can be.
Oh dear.
You try operating in the world with an 8 charisma. It's tough out here.
It's hard out there.
Wouldn't know.
All right. There is a drop of about 20 feet down with the one sturdy rope attached to it that leads down into what appears to splinter off into 2 different pathways.
Honestly, we split the party and go in half and go both ways.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
obviously.
hey, Dre.
Hey, what up?
Want you to know something?
Yeah.
I can see the entire map right now.
What?
Cheater.
Yeah.
I knew Thava had specialized.
I don't know
How?
what just happened, but all of a sudden I see the entire map.
What?
Oh, nope. Standing there isn't special. Nope.
Do you still see it?
Yes.
How's that possible? Can anyone else see the entire map?
No.
No, I got the fog of war
No.
stuff going on.
Well, okay then. On that note, I guess let's take a break and do some troubleshooting for a few minutes. We'll be back in a bit, I guess. Why is...
I love how we're all just running around this cave.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, the fog of war. Ooh.
Stop revealing my fog of war! Okay, now I can get rid of all this permanent darkness. Permanent darkness. There's a big audio spike. Okay. Anyway, technical difficulties aside, before you is a sturdy rope that drops down into a 20-foot chasm, which has a pathway which leads to to the left, and to the right.
To the left, to the left. So we are splitting up and Scooby-Dooing this shit? Is that,
No.
No, I don't think so.
No.
What? What's the way you have splitting the party? All right, back
One of
into
you
it.
starts wandering off, I will thorn whip you back to the group.
Is there a way for you to slave all of us to like one token? All our viewpoints? That way we could just put ourselves in our marching order and then
That'd be
that
convenient.
That would be
one rather than
convenient,
us all just
wouldn't it?
having. Yeah.
What an interesting idea you had. I'd have to create a
Party token?
I have a party token.
Ooh, use the movie poster.
Oh, that would be amazing.
We have the ampersand.
Okay, later we'll
Later I can figure that out for you. Let's see if I can give token vision, night vision, 60 feet. Save. Name the party. Controlled by all players. Don't fight over control of this thing now.
Oh, we're gonna.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Wait. Oh, you made me look at the party.
Everyone should be able to move that little token around.
Okay, cool. Now we just put ourselves in our marching order so that Dre knows our position.
Yeah,
our
just
positioning.
stick yourselves somewhere, and then I can move you as needs be into rooms when it comes up.
Mhm. And then maybe give us a little bit of chance to like.
Yeah, just rearrange a little bit and
Yeah.
observe the scenario how your characters would. We'll do it that way.
Exactly.
I like that. I like that.
But basically, if something comes up where we have to break up the party token, we have a little bit of chance to like, maybe like within like 10 feet of where we would have
Sure,
been
yeah.
marching order. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a bunch
Cool.
of skellies at the end of this. I see.
Skeletons.
John Skeleman.
John Skeleton. Yeah, peering down that way, you do see bodies appear to be scattered across the ground. Old skeletons. To the left there, or to the north, appear to be different types of cavern. Very straight line. The rough-hewn walls set with stone and struts and support. The ceiling there is only about 6 feet high. But it looks to be carved. It looks old, but it looks like a carved out area instead of the rough natural cavern.
Mm-hmm.
Which direction would you like to go?
The pile of skeletons or a man-made tunnel.
I
Which-
vote for the pile of skeletons.
Would
They-
require
they
both
could have loot.
both Thava and Synas have to hunch down to fit in those tunnels.
Yeah, I don't like the sound of that.
There are goblin tunnels.
Go in. Okay. So you guys move into the large passage there. You see many tunnels seem to intersect at this natural 30-foot high cavern. The walls are carved with simple reliefs, which show dwarven and gnomish miners hard at work. Below them, and on the ground, and against the walls here, you see nearly 24 skeletons and rusted scraps of armor, which are scattered across the cavern floor. Some of them are dwarven. Some of them are larger and appear orcish. Half a dozen large brass lanterns stand in niches and ledges around the cavern, but none of them are lit.
Anybody have like prestidigitation or something?
Nope, I have Eldritch Blast.
Could I
Best I can offer you is Druidcraft.
could I create bonfire and then control flames to like light all the whatchamacallits?
All the little lanterns and everything?
Yeah.
Sure. I'd say that's pretty nifty.
Just firebolt control flames.
Sure, yeah. You take a moment and send out a firebolt that you control flame to kind of pop between different ones and send a couple and gently illuminate this space. And this looks like it might have been the old entrance to this area, just judging by the very welcoming sort of vibe in this space.
Yeah, the skeletons gave
The
it a really
vibe is-
welcoming vibe.
The vibe is rotten
The
now.
vibe is phenomenal, honestly.
As you are all standing in this space, you begin to hear an odd chittering noise. Shuffle of wings, fur and leathery hide bumping into itself from above you.
Betty.
Bats.
You look up. You see... How do I describe? Monster description. Give it to me.
It's Batman.
It's Batman! He drops down and knocks you out. You see some, what appear initially to be large bats hanging from stalactites? Stalactites are the ceiling ones, I think, right?
You got it correct. Yep.
Okay.
Are we talking?
Like 3 foot, 2.5 foot tall bat.
Oh, Jesus.
Like pretty large bat.
It's a fruit bat.
Yeah, it's like a big ass fruit bat. But
They're cute as fuck.
as you are looking on it, it is odd, and shining your lights up at it, you watch as around 8 of them on the ceiling turn their heads towards you. You see reflective red eyes and a long needle-like proboscis protruding from the front of its face.
Oh.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
As you
Like bat skeetos.
As you see... Where the heck is the art there?
Come on, it's cute. We can't hurt them.
As you see this above you.
Oh, we can make them. We can hurt them. Don't worry.
Oh.
Oh, I should have put
Okay,
it
that's a lot less cute than the
should have
thing
put
I
it in
posted.
relevant images. My bad. But yes.
That's a lot less cute than the thing I posted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put that in relevant images and delete that in there. You can compare and contrast the two.
No, we can't kill those.
Yeah, we can kill those. Yeah, that can be killed.
And as your party notices them, and they notice you noticing them, gonna need you to roll initiative as they dive off of the ceiling towards your party.
So I am gonna need to call it at the top of the hour.
Yep. Oh, this combat won't take that long.
Should we move ourselves into the room as
Yeah,
well?
move yourselves into the room where you are. Roll me some quick initiative here. Turn tracker. The party.
Why?
The party.
The party is not on 7. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 token layer. One, 2, 3, 6. And turn. And turn. Okay, go ahead and throw your initiatives in there.
Without fail, if it's an initiative roll, it's low.
Oh no. Well, good news. They also
Not
rolled
as
a
well as
9.
2 other people.
And Rinn and Thava got 7s.
I'm not last.
You're not last.
What?
Hey, there's a lot of things in here.
Okay. Immediately, Bud, you are first to respond to the top of the turn order with Reyka up on deck. What are you doing?
I mean, it's fitting the Rangers respond first.
The disparity between your guys' initiatives is...
Not just ours, everyone's initiatives, including your monster.
That's insane. Okay.
I just want to point out that the highest initiative besides Reyka is 3, and then Reyka's is +9.
Yeah.
My initiative isn't like plus much, it's +3. I just rolled it well.
Yeah.
Let me see. What do I want to do?
There are large, leathery winged
Boys.
mosquito bats diving at you from the ceiling.
We've got 7 minutes, so let's not take too long on these turns. If possible.
You said they're on the ceiling?
They are diving at you right now. They will be able to hit
Okay.
you the second their turn comes up. The ceilings here
Okay.
are 20 feet high.
All right. Bud is going to, seeing an opportunity, he's going to rush over here, like so, and he's going to use his poison breath.
And that is a line.
Yes, so it's gonna.
And what is the
those
range
three
on
guys
it?
right there?
Well, they're
30
not.
feet.
You wouldn't be able to hit all 3 of them. They're diving from the ceiling, not at the same level as each other. It is hard to
Okay.
demonstrate, but they are not lined up in a way that you could hit more than one of them.
Oh, they're not
Okay.
actually. Oh, okay.
Never mind then.
They are
I will-
diving.
Are they threatening those spaces, however?
They will be on their turn.
On their turn. Oh, they're not there yet.
No, they are diving towards you. This is where they started at the ceiling, and they are beelining it
Coming
towards your
down.
party.
So they are there, but above. where
Yeah.
They, yep.
If you imagine a 3D
Okay.
space, they are pointing all like a cone coming towards you.
All right.
Except for the one that is kind of up in the middle above your party. That one is diving straight down at you.
All right, I'll just use my longbow on one of these guys. Let's say this one over here.
Okay.
Let me roll for that real quick. That's gonna be a 16.
16 hits.
Nice. Four damage.
4 damage. You immediately puncture this thing with an arrow, and it drops dead, immediately splatting into the stone right next to you with a loud squelch.
That was easy. All right. Can I send Bolt after one of these guys? Or, like, is one close enough to the ground, or?
You wouldn't be able to get a chomp on one. They're still 10, 15 feet in the air, flying towards you.
Okay.
You ready an attack?
He could ready an attack. Well, no, because he doesn't really have reactions, so he can't use them as readying attacks per se. Interesting. I'm gonna write that down to look at later.
I'll stop there. Bolt can't really do much, so
Yeah.
I think I'm good.
And Reyka, you are up with the beasts on deck, potentially, depending on
Alright.
Synas' dexterity.
How do I... Trying to get this one that's to my 4 o'clock. I can't seem to ping it.
Yeah, that's fine.
With my longbow.
This guy right here.
I'm sorry, do that again. I wasn't looking.
This guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
22.
22 very much hits.
11 points of damage.
Very much. Arrow passes right through this thing and it drops instantly dead, slamming down next to you as well.
That's all I can do.
Alright. Synas, what is your dexterity modifier?
+2.
+2. These creatures have a +3, so they go first.
No.
So, my little guys here are going to swoop down 1 on Bolt, 2 on Niah, 2 on Rinn, and 1 on Thava. Does a 20 and a 23 hit Bolt, or a 23 and a 20 and a 23 hit you, Niah?
Do what?
Yeah, a 20 and a 23.
Yeah, they hit me.
Great. They are going to do... Where's my little d4s? Okay. 8 piercing damage to you. And they both... total between the two of them. And they are both going to latch their taloned claws into your body as they grapple onto you.
Do not like...
And they begin to immediately insert those large proboscis beaks into different parts on you in stabbing motions.
What the fuck?
The one on
Delicious.
Does a 22 hit you?
The 22 does hit me.
You are going to take 6 piercing damage. Plus, a Sturge has found a weak spot in between your armor and dives in to suck at your blood there.
Wonderful.
1 on Bolt and 2 on Rinn. That's definitely going to hit Bolt. That's a 19. Bolt takes 4 points of piercing damage and has a bloodsucker latched onto him. Rinn, does an 18 hit
points?
you? Yes, 4 points of damage.
Oh, it sure does.
Sure does. Okay. One of them misses, but the other deals 6 points of piercing damage to you and similarly latches onto you.
Yay.
Synas. Yeah, they basically dig their hook-like claws into your back, arms, anywhere it can reach on you as it latches onto you. Synas, you're up with Niah on deck.
This is gross.
What the fuck, Dre?
What?
I'm gonna just go ahead and take a little scimitar swing at this one. Try and cut it off a Rinn.
Okay.
Let's see. Does a 14 hit?
A 14 just hits.
Oh, baby damage 3.
Oh, it kills it. You lop
does?
it. You lop it clean off of her
Oh,
wing.
it
The
kills
wings
it.
still latched onto it. The wings still
What do
latched
they have,
onto her.
like, 1 to 3 HP.
Really not much.
Dang. Okay.
This is a swarm type
Uh-huh.
creature.
Well, then I'm gonna go ahead and. Oh wait, no. Wait, did we determine claws was a bonus action type of thing, or?
Yeah, we turned claws as a bonusy action
Yeah.
because it's
then
cool.
I want to try and get the other one.
Okay. As it's flapping, trying to recover itself in the air. Go ahead.
Not as great an odd. 11.
11, unfortunately, it just slides past your claws, unfortunately, at the last moment.
Ugh. Okay. That's what I got.
All right, Niah, you're up. Thava and Rinn on deck.
Yeah, I immediately swing my blade and try and cut the thing in front off of me.
Okay, do it.
23.
23 really hits.
7 damage.
Yep, 7 damage will do it. As you impale this thing on your sword and shove it off of you, the proboscis slipping out from under your skin, and it flops down, screeching, dead on the stone floor. Anything else?
That's my turn.
Thava, you're up, or Rinn can be up. Depends on which one you want to go first.
I probably
I don't
have
care.
dexterity, but I was going to use green flame blade, but now I can't. Yeah, I guess I'll just well, I have disadvantage on all of my spells because he's next to me, right?
On ranged attacks, yes.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and use green flame blade on him anyway.
Green flame blade, do it.
Okay, so I think I'll just use a dagger. Yeah. Ooh, 24.
24, you said?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay. So then I do what? The damage of the dagger.
Damage of the dagger.
That's a 5 plus. Oh wait.
No, you don't apply it. It doesn't apply to the target.
Okay.
The additional applies to a different target from Green Flame Blade, right?
Within 5 feet, I think, right?
That's right. Okay, so I don't get to do anything else then.
Yeah. But you do stab the one that's on you, and it, as it's trying to fly away, you sort of stab down into it and slam it into the cave floor, successfully impaling it and killing it.
Nice.
Anything else?
Nope.
Thava, you are up.
I'm going to just attack the one that's on me.
Mm-hmm.
"26 hit.
26 definitely hits.
Just barely.
Just barely.
16 slash. I'm not even gonna bother.
Oh my
asking
goodness,
for fire
that's
damage, 16
so much. You slash this thing in half and its
Um,
body immolates into 2 pieces and just shreds, basically.
So great weapon master. blocks it
Yes.
Killing something. Can I move and then attack again?
Yes, you can.
With bonus action? Okay, cool. So I'm gonna just come on over to the one next to Bud and try to just like, not Bud, sorry,
Bolt.
sorry, Bolt. I'm sorry, the dog. Bud sounds like a dog name. I'm sorry, Bud. I'm sorry. And I'm gonna attack that one too.
Okay.
Oh
you
yeah, it
have two
absolutely
attacks?
does. I mean, Airbud
Mhm.
and all.
22 to hit.
22 hits. I don't think you can roll damage low enough to
11
not hit it,
11
not kill it.
slashing
So
damage.
yeah, you just lop this thing in twain off of Bolt very easily. All
Awesome. That's my turn.
right, Bud, you're up.
I should have named Bolt Air. And you have
I think we
Airbud.
made this joke at one point.
I think we did. I'm like vaguely recalling this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Wow.
Get the
we got
oh god, get this thing off me.
we got one dude left. So
Yep.
I'm gonna send Bolt after
Okay.
this last one. Jump through the air and try to bite this thing off. Let's see. That's +3 to hit. Oh, that's not gonna hit. That's a 6.
The 6 definitely doesn't hit. He tries to snap for it, but it's odd, smooth, slick leather hide. Just you can't find a good purchase on it, and he just snaps off of it.
All right. Bud is gonna try to make up for it and use his longbow.
Okay.
That's in 7. Is that 17? No, it's an 18.
18 hits.
Okay. A moment. That is 5 damage.
Perfect. As an arrow flies over your shoulder, Niah, and goes into the head of this creature and knocks it off. Its proboscis slides free of you, and it thunks into the ground with a loud of blood hitting the stone floor. And thankfully, for the moment, it seems like that was all of them. As we return to calm, there is quite a bit of blood spattered on the floor here now.
Yeah,
Those
good
bug
about
bites are
mine.
gonna be so itchy.
Yeah, you okay? Ew, that's
why? Oh god.
And on that very upsetting note, I think we'll end the session there for right now.
God.
Thank you guys for playing. Thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate you. And we'll find out what happens next in this very large dungeon on Dorks in Danger.
Dorks in danger.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da, dorks in danger!
Da-da-da-da-da-da, Dorks in danger!
What they said.